is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazuchu Kafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. You will not, you may not be able to comprehend the mindset behind those words. One day you shall. It's just a matter of time. Abachoso Aguamai. For here in IPOB, we wrestle against flesh, we wrestle against blood, we wrestle against principality, we wrestle against powers, we wrestle against wicked spirit, we wrestle against Facebook, we wrestle against oil campaign, we wrestle against oil theft across the globe, we wrestle against saboteur, we wrestle against Yoruba, we wrestle against Fulani, we wrestle against Awusa. In fact, we wrestle against ourselves. But not because of what? He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandi Okukano. His Royal Highness, the King of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Omuahia. Omuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. He is the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. For over 60 years, nobody has stood up to speak for the collective interests of Biafran people. Until he came, we remain grateful to him for being the instrument that broke the yoke. We continually appreciate him. And of course, by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiam, I remain George Unibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. As of this time, check your time, I am the African rep and the Nigerian International Coordinator, even though it's the audio one. But of course, we must continue. Who are we without Chukwu Kikabiama? What exactly can we boast of except he has made it possible? IPOB is just a simple answer to our prayers. We have suffered enough in the hand of Nigeria. And if you are still there, you think we are going to apologize because of the Biafran phenomenon, and then you lie. Believe me, we will make a lot of mistakes on this journey. Yes, we will fall. But believe me, every mistake will usher us into a platform of correction. Anywhere we fall, we will stand again. We understand what it will take to get there. But we can only pray to the Almighty Creator to help us to be on our duty post and never be found wanting at any time. And so I must honor him. I must give him the praise. Okwagi bwe cheto biesike o. Okwagi bwi kanyi jagagaye. Okwagi kewaro simirile. Ime kwangwanya gakoturu ime. Okwagi yo Chineke. Ibuoke mirine ibugwe. Okwagi yo Chineke ma. Nebuchi, Ibuchi me, Ibuchi me, Nibuchim, Ibuchi anyanyi ja hozoye. Agada bajiri zongoku bioma o, olilanya kendi Biafra o. Anyi nere roko na anyi na baroko, ogene kageji turugi yege na o. Agana kwisala ne yege ekene, Nibuchi mo. Anyi na jage ma o, maka nejuku ne marama ye, ehunanya ene nagi ubioma ge, o. Juru anyanya dadio inwe gembangwe o di onye de kage ebu alpha no omega anyinine na sena ne de mao ise. And of course, on this segment, our team remain back to your root. Back to your root. Honestly, if you are not careful, you will make mistake. If a child go after what kills his father when he's not ready, what killed his father will kill him. If a child becomes stupid, what killed his father will kill him. But if a child analyzes his father's lifestyle and combine his failure, his weakness, and his strength, and make them part of their own beating heart, they will overcome. Biafrans across the globe must understand, in the end you are Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Nobody choose you. It was a divine appointment, a divine mandate. Your mother have no say regarding who you are, not to talk of your father. Do you know the very minute your mother conceived you, that she's not aware? And then maybe 31 days later, and then she said something is not right, or something is right. Which means your mother was not informed before the Almighty placed you in the matana. And you are here today. I didn't choose to be a black man, but here I am. I didn't choose to be a Biafran, and here I am. I didn't choose my mother, but here she is. I did not choose my father, but there is my father. And you know, at the end of the day, I am not guilty for anything. I will not apologize for anything. And nobody will write my story. We will tell our story. That is the reason why we are here. And believe me, our ancestors are with us. They live with us, they live around us. They are everywhere. They influence everything we do. Because in the end, you will understand that there is a power that shapes our way. They are beckoning on us. They are calling us to rise up and regain our freedom. Back to your root is a time we come together and try to find out who our father is. I don't believe in any garbage. I come from the lineage and ancestor of kings and queens. I come from men and women who have sense. And of course, we are not daft, naive, or ignorant. But what we tell you, you take it that way. We are Biafrans and we will not apologize for it. You don't know your father and you want to tell us about my father? It's not possible. And whatever you do, if you fail to sing the praise of your father, your children will spit on you. You can imagine one day, and then they call my grandson, do you know about your grandfather? Mazi George Onibe. He says, is that terrorist? That terrorist? Or don't you know Nigerians say we are terrorists? But they did it to our father before now. Every one of our fathers now stand up to speak against injustice in Nigeria. Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani condemned all of them. We are the children of those men. You don't know them. You don't know them. The idea here is let's talk about them. You can't be claiming, oh, we love Biafra, we love Biafra. You hate your ancestors. You are deceiving yourself. You are. If they are evil, no problem. If they are baboon and monkey, fine. I am proud to be a monkey and baboon. And you know what? In my next life, I will still come as a Biafran. My parents will still be my parents. That is how it should be. Back to your root. Back to your root. And of course, Bob Marley say, we are the darkness that maximus the light. We are the darkness that conquer the light. For indeed, there is no light except there is darkness. For indeed, every color starts from black and they end in black. This is the truth. Having said that, our topic this evening is simple, titled Divine Implication Behind Naming by Our Ancestors. There are divine implications behind naming by our ancestors. There are a lot of things concerning naming, and our people don't seem to get it. I was watching a drama online, and the comedian was telling people, you say your name is why you are poor. There are people who are answering rich man, they are poor. There are people who are answering God heal, and they are sick. And they were mocking themselves. Of course, they are comedian. And the comedian was telling them, don't mind all those things they are telling you, that your name affects you. They don't know what is going on. Your name does affect you. But it's just that you don't know what you are supposed to know. Every living thing, the power behind every living thing is attached to their name. Do you know that when a policeman stops you, they ask you, where is your particulars? You bring out your particulars. They will ask you, where is your driver's license? You bring out your driver's license. If the name are not the same, they will ask you further question. Who owns this car? And peradventure, somebody stole your car, and the car is bearing another name. It looks as if it's not your car. That is why they do change of ownership. There is so much behind the name. That is why all this time our leader comes up telling you about name. Niger Delta, Delta Niger, Upland, River Line, Bottom Line, Sideline. But none of us escape from this evil. None of us. Our leader in one of his broadcasts pointed out that there is nothing like Afari Beku. Somebody is just a name born out of reference. It doesn't exist according to our leader. Many names in Biafra land are concocted name, both Igbo name, both Ijaw name, both almost all the name of our community, they are all concocted. Because these people understand the role this name can play. Like I said, our topic this evening is divine implication behind naming by our ancestors. Our ancestors understand this truth. After God created the world, the next thing he does after every creation, from day one to the Sabbath day, was to give them name. To the extent that on the last day, he called it the Sabbath day. The last day of creation, God gave it name. And you still think it doesn't mean? And in the beginning, God created what? He created something, and he called it the moon, the sun, the star, the sea, the so on. Without name, they don't exist. Without name, they don't exist. And God understands the importance of name. After he created Adam and Eve, according to the Bible, the first assignment God gave to them was to give name to everything he created. He said to them, go and multiply, subdue the earth, multiply and fill the face of the planet. But to do that, they need to give name to every animal. And the Bible concluded by saying that whatever name they call the animal, that is how they behave. And in my place, there is an adage that says, in other words, the kind of name you answer, that is how your life is characterized. Don't let anybody deceive you. You can run an experiment. If you have a daughter, begin to call her Ashawu, Ashawu, Ashawu. You will understand the influence of name. Or begin to call him thief, 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 thief. You will understand the influence of name. Or begin to call him guy man, guy man, guy man. He will sell you one day and give change to you. Don't let anybody deceive you. Name does wonder. That is why when the colonial terrorists invaded our land, the first thing they do is to begin to change all name. Of course, there are a lot of things we need to learn on this aspect. I will see how much we can be able to follow up so that you understand the implication of name. A lot of people are afraid. Don't call Biafra. Don't use Biafra. Let us change the name. Let us do this one. Brother, we are not changing any name. The imperialists, the terrorists that invaded Africa, they gave us name. Yes, you are Congo Kwakwansho. You Angela Fukonto. You are Niger Delta. You are River Niger. You. All of them. You think they are stupid? They are not. They understand that the power of every living thing resides in their name. They do. That is why everywhere in Africa, they change their name. Our name is not Africa in the first place. Only few countries in the world still retain their original name. Right from the Garden of Eden. One of which is Ethiopia. Another is Egypt. And then you have Israel. What if I told you today that America you are seeing today may be the Amalekites? But they have to change the name so you cannot look at them according to the atrocity. What if I have told you that the Europe you see today may be the descendant of the Philistines? They have to change their name so you can't link it to the atrocity of their ancestors. So where are these people? At every dispensation they begin to change their name so you don't know who they are. What if I have told you that the Chinese people are the children of Moabite and the Amorite, the children of Lot? Of course, from the two daughters of Lot. Would you have believed? Because they changed their name to make you not to understand what happened in the past. But they are not our concern this evening. Our ancestors understand the importance of name. And so, they gave us name. Now, we are going to look at the importance of naming. About 7 importance of naming. And then maybe you begin to rethink. There are so much things they know about naming. I went to Imo State one day. And in one of the roundabout, I was looking at the roundabout. And I saw the name of every community in Imo State written on that roundabout. I don't know what they call that place, but that side you have Douglas House. And I took time, I stand there and I was trying to pronounce all the name, one after the other. Most of them, I can assure you that people from Imo State don't even know the meaning. It's amazing. Because on daily basis, language metamorphose. On daily basis, language is watered down. In an attempt for us to be able to communicate freely with one another, we intend to water down our language. But that is not the area we are looking at this evening. We are looking at the implication, the importance of naming. Number 1, our ancestors understand, like I have said, that the first assignment God gave to man was to name them, which he actually carried out by example, by naming everything he created immediately. The first role in any assignment is naming. The essence or the reason why names are given to us is because it has a lot to do with our life as a people. It has to do with our life as a people. First of all, you must understand that your name can be symbol of authority. Your name can be or is a symbol of authority. When you go somewhere and you have appointment with those people, and then they ask you, who are you? The first thing they expect you to do is to introduce yourself. Yes, I am George Onyibe. I am very much aware that as far as IPOB family is concerned, when I say I am George Onyibe, everybody will listen to me. Why? Because there is authority attached to that name. And that authority is because I am African rep. It's because I'm a member of IPOB. It's because I'm a Biafran. And so our fathers, they give name in order to give you authority in their house, in their home. Don't forget, there are peoples that own the community. One in Ubudingwe. And so when they come, they give you name. First of all, as a symbol of authority. If something happened, they will call you. Who are the children of this man? All of you will line up. They begin to ask you, what is your name? What is your name? Whose son are you? You don't describe your father like a tree. You tell them your father's name. As a child, my father led me to the village. He showed me the length and the breadth of our community. He expected me to go and find out every other thing by myself. And when I get to the village, I enter farm road, I enter everywhere. I look strange. Because everybody in the village, we know this one is not here. And sometime in the forest, some hunters will meet me and say, who are you? I will call my father's name. And they say, okay, Ngokunguro. That is authority. They move ahead. Because that name is a gateway. That name is a symbol of authority. Till tomorrow, people don't understand certain things. When we talk as Biafran, we have the authority because we answer our name. And so when they give birth to a child, they give him, endorse him with authority. When Jesus was coming, God said he will give him a name above every other name. And you see, his name have a role to play in his life. They didn't just come and start giving name. Your name is a symbol of honor. Your name is a symbol of honor, depending on where you are positioned. There are names you mention today, people will respect you. Imagine I meet somebody, he said, I am the son of Chine Achibe. Oh my God, I will love that guy. I will love that guy. Does it mean they are perfect? No. Igbo man understand that good name is better than riches. That is why your enemy, all they are trying to do is to destroy your name. They understand that name is a symbol of honor. And so they give you name that will bring honor to you. They didn't just come and call in name. Name brings honor. And that is why when people go to certain area, we say we come in the name of the king. We come in the name of the president. We come in the name of so and so. That depends on how people honor you. If I were to go to any meeting to represent our leader, for instance, I go in his name. And as far as I'm going in his name, I must be given a seat of honor. When the president sends his gate man to represent him in any event, as far as he's going in the name of the president, in that occasion, he is the president. And so our father gave us name to honor us. So many names. A true parents call their children name because there is power in giving name. As he has advantage, he has disadvantage. I never understood when my father does some of the things he do as a child. But today I understand better. My father will hold my younger ones and he will be praising them. He'll be calling them names like this. Mmanegbuego, Ochombiao, Onyocha Nayadioji, Samun Bakwe. Wonderful name. They don't call any of us Buhari. Imagine if they were calling me Buhari. Honorable name. I don't know who these people are. But today I understand who Samun Bakwe is. He's a good man. Today I understand the meaning of Onyocha Nayadioji. I understand the meaning of Ochombia. And that, my brother, I know they shower with beautiful names. He looks more proud than all of us. Name life, they sweet past all of us. Our ancestors, they give name because they understand that it can also be a symbol of curse or disgrace. They give name to make you understand that it's a symbol of curse or disgrace. Your name. There are names they give to you. It's a symbol of curse. And that is why there are many names that nobody can answer. Imagine in Biafra land, nobody answer Ifajuna. Ifajuna is the first black man to win 3 Olympic gold medalists in the whole of Africa. Ifajuna is not somebody that would have been swept under the carpet of history. Ifajuna was outstanding. He broke the Guinness World of Record. He did something no black man could do. Long jump, triple jump, long distance race. He was the best of the best of the best. That is where he met Ojukwu. And that is when Ojukwu was happy. Oh, this is my brother, Ifajuna. But every name he made for himself, That name was destroyed. Nobody can call himself, his child, Ifajuna any longer. Try and give your son Ifajuna. I can assure you that child will not leave that hospital. Because there is power in name. That name have been cursed. Who are the people? Yoruba called Ifajuna from backyard. Took him to Ibadan, gave him girlfriend, pamper him. He abandoned the flank of Biafran soldiers that he was leading. He was enjoying Sonny Adeo, Sonny O, Sonny Adeo, Sonny O, Obamani Beji, Umi Kuregede, boom, 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 boom. They were playing music for him. And that day he cursed. He cursed his name. And so our ancestors understand this. Name has a role to play. We must also move ahead to consider the purpose of giving names. Number one, the purpose that makes them to give name is based also on situation and circumstance. Your name is based on situation and circumstance. Honestly. Except you are the one that gives yourself name. Your parents gave birth to you and they now call you Gidiga and you are a lady. And then you meet a guy and the guy say, hello, how do they call it? Is it beautiful dancer? How are you? You say, I'm fine, I'm fine. And I say, what is your name, please? He say, my name is Ogidiga. The guy can run away because that name is very big for a woman. But please, it's your father. They gave it to you. There is a reason. Maybe you are a ancient warrior. Maybe you were one of those people who protested against the British imperialists. That they call about women riot. They never rioted. They registered their displeasure. And then you feel, oh, this name, I don't like it. It's very local. And then you now say, okay, let me answer this one. You now answer Linda. You say, what is your name? My name is Linda. You are snake. You are snake. Your life can never be straight again. Everything you will be lingering everywhere. Because you do not understand that your name was given to you for a purpose. When you give birth to one son, you call him Ikemefuna, Ahamefuna. And every day, he keeps reminding you, if anything happened to my son, my lineage will be cut off. And then that is why our ancestors, even at the age of 12, at the age of 14, at the age of 17, they marry for their son. Why? Ikemefuna. Ahamefuna. There are situations and circumstances that make them give name. Now, honestly, I don't like using myself as example. But if it's the only option I have to use myself as example so that you understand what I mean, I will do that. Now, like I told you, my name is Onyema. My father did not give me Onyema. But that is my name. It was my grandmother, the woman who gave birth to my father, that called me Onyema. But my father gave me the name Chukwuemeka. But my grandmother called me Onyema. Onyema automatically took over my native name. Now let me tell you what happened. My father was that kind of a hustler. He don't want to get married. He was just moving up and down, living his own. And they concluded that, this man may be a, what do they call these men that don't marry? Or this grammar. When I remember it, I will come back. He doesn't want to have a child. And so they left him. He don't move with women. Only God knows. And of course, that thing happened to one of my brother also. And so everybody had concluded that my father cannot have children again. And then all of a sudden, he met my mother. And then after some toasting and wooing, he married my mother. And then, in fact, let me tell you the complete history so that you can understand. After the war, my father was in Warri during the war. He trekked for 5 days from Warri to Utokpo. When he got home, they were doing his obituary. So my father got angry with his mother because their father was late. I said, you people did not look for me. And what you decide to do is to do my burial. Now I understand you people consider me dead. Write it down. I am dead. My father wept and took his bag and left the village. That is how he went to Rugodo. So when you are coming to tell me to love Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani, we carry the scar in our heart. We carry the scar in our heart. Let them divide Nigeria. When you are coming to tell me, the Biafran war, you think they keep people in Onitsha? We carry the scar in our heart. A day will come. A day of recompense will come. So my father left home and never returned to the village again. 1 year on, 2 years on, 3 years on, 4 years on. Nobody knows his whereabouts. And meanwhile, he had found love. And then they married. And then they gave birth to me. When my mother was pregnant, he told my father, this your son must know where he come from. I understand your pain, but that is not enough reason for you to deny your son access to where he come from. I must take him to where you come from. According to my mother, after so much dragging, my father brought my mother to the village, and she was heavily pregnant with me, and pointed their home and said, I can't go there. My mother told me that she entered inside the home and he met my grandmother. And my grandmother said, who are you, my daughter? She was heavily pregnant. And my mother told her, I am your son's wife. Because my father is actually the second son. And I am pregnant for your son. My grandmother fell down and wept. She cried and cried and was saying, ha! Onye marini be Julius in one monwa. Onye marini be hunwa Julius. That is how she gave me Onyema. Who knew that my father would have had a son that will come to the village for them to see? And now you see, they give us name based on circumstance or situation. Find out the reason why they give you the name. And then you will understand whether there is need to make adjustment. And with time, my grandmother loved me. And so even though my father was busy calling me Chukwuemeka, my grandmother was busy calling all of them Onyema, Nnonyema, Neji Onyema. Onyema took even over their name. My mother is called Nnonyema, and my father is called Neji Onyema. And that is my name. And now you know. Our ancestors understand this implication. The circumstance and situation made them give you name. They give name for record purposes. Some other reason why they give name is for record purposes. For record purposes. They will come out the name community. It is for record purposes. When you hear about Mbano or Mbise, they were doing it for record purposes. Mba Ano, which means these are the 4 tribes or the 4 clans among the community. Mba say this is the first clan. And so when you say, oh, I'm from Mbise, there is a reason why Mba, and he say enter there. And when you say I'm Mbuteoru, there is a reason. They don't just come out and give name. There is a reason. There is a reason behind giving you that name. It is for record purposes. There is one of my sister. They call her Mburiche. Mburiche. Mburiche simply mean before is different. Mburiche. But in my dialect is Mburiche. One of these days we are going to look at the issue of what you call Abiku or Banje. It will amuse you who they are. You reference holy sisters and holy brothers. But you will not understand that our Obanje was our own holy reverend sister. Or you both concocted it and readjusted it. We will look at that later on. And so one of my auntie, she gives birth to a daughter, and the daughter will die. Then they will give her mark. And they said she's Obanje. And then some months later, she took in. 9 months on, she gave birth. They will discover the mark they gave to the first one that died is in the body of the one they gave birth to. And some months later, the girl will still die. And so the woman have 7 daughters as a rule. All of them, no one past the age of 7. For more than 20 years of her life, she keep giving birth to baby girl, and all of them keep dying. But the mystery there is that they usually give them mark. So when they come back, they know that they are the one. On the 7th one, the mother gave birth, and they saw that same birth mark. Still on the 7th one. My auntie said, Mbuli Chen. Mbuli Chen, you are not going to die. This one is different. It's a lie. The girl is still alive. Very beautiful young girl. Mbuli Chen. Mbuli Chen. Situation and circumstance is what makes them give us name. They don't just come out and start calling you name. The same way Oyibo came and give us name. Niger Delta Niger. Our Orogodo, they add criminal to our name. They gave us name in order to recognize us. They gave us name in order to recognize us. Your name becomes a point of recognition. If I ask you now, who is the coordinator of New York? I cannot just come out and say one man. Then nobody is one man. And at the same time, everybody is one man. I simply tell you, Mazi Obi Ezekwesili. Now when I ask you, who is the deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra? I say one man. In fact, in the Rubos, that is nobody. But by the time I call the name, Mazi Chukafomefo, you will understand, you will recognize him. So they give us name in order to recognize us. They give us name to remind, as a reminder. One of the reasons they give name is to remind you about who you are. Nigerians know this. They are changing our name gradually. Do you know that Ibuzo, if you go to the signboard, it's Ibusa they wrote there? And now, maybe 100 years later, when Fulani men has taken over their community land, they will claim that land and say, look at the signboard, it's Ibusa. We are coming from Busa in Sambisa forest. Our ancestors were the original. We allowed you people to live. But Ibusa people will not go and change it. They are inside one Nigeria. Those names are some of the reasons that is complicating our life. Who is Ibusa? Our people from Okozo in Anambra State moved down to Delta State in the ancient day. They settled in Okwane, Ndokwa local government. Okozo people from Anambra settled in Ndokwa local government in Delta State. From there they answered Okwane, Okodenane, Okodenane. Today the name has changed. It's no longer Okwane. It is Kwale. And when they are calling Kwale, they feel like American. But you know what will happen? Very soon, Nigeria will help them to change it from Kwale. It will now become a Kwara. Yoruba will come and claim you. From Okwane, it's in Kwale. From Kwale, you will become Kwara. Get ready, because you don't understand that the essence of the name they gave to you is to remind you who you are. And not until we continue to trace ourselves back to where we are coming from. If care is not taken, they will rewrite all our history. You think when Yoruba was telling you shake hand across River Niger, you think they don't know what they are doing? They know very well. They were indirectly telling you that from Onitsha down to Ondo boundary is Yoruba land. But you people don't understand. I was there. We were shaking hands across the River Niger. They gave us name to remind us who we are. If I sit down and I look at the name, our community answer, I can tell you who our fathers were, who they were. I can tell you what they have in mind. Have you heard of a community known as Mudike? You think that man gave birth is a lazy man? Have you heard about the community they call Mudike? Mudike. And that gives you a reminder of who their father is. The name help us to remind us of who we are. The sons of who we are. There are certain things we are not trying to brag when we do that. When I come here, I tell you, it reminds me of who I am. And when you hear Johnny appear in my ancestral name, it reminds me something. Because we don't answer English name. But Mobogo served the Israelis. In their house, he gave birth to his son, and the Israeli called him Johnny. Johnny and his father, Onibe, after him, served the Israeli. And then my father and all his brother were born in the house of the Israeli, and so they gave all of them English name. I have said it before. My father don't have native name. And so by the time we trace this, we now remember that we have lived as more than 10 generations behind. We have lived with the Israelis until Buhari chased them away in 1983 from Nigeria. They gave you name for a reminder. That is why there is a way you behave. They will say, do you remember who your father is? And those who have lazy father, if you go and read things fall apart. Okenkwo's greatest humiliation was that his father was a lazy man. His father was considered a lazy man. And so when he speak in the midst of his friend, they will ask him, who is even your father? Whose sons are you? And because of that, he was not very proud of his father. That keep reminding him that he is hopeless. But he didn't give to hopelessness. He decided to chase and pursue greatness for himself. And so even though his father was a weak man, considered to be lazy in the community, he could lift his head high everywhere, answering with the melody of a warrior. And so when they call him, Ebubedike, he will answer, what? Ebubedike, what? Because he understands who he is. My father may be weak, but that weakness will end with him. From now on, it will change. And now you must understand also that the name you answer have a lot of role to play. If they want to kill you, they give you big name. Be careful the name your enemy give to you. That is why when some people call, they say, George, you are the lion of Africa. I'm not a lion, no. Biko Kwanu. Abraham lion, no. Well, you are lion. That name you are calling me, some people will poison me. Somebody call here, oh, when Biafra come, we will fight so that you become Biafra president. Biko Kwanu. I don't want to be president too. Because that time you are saying it, there are people crossing their leg. We will deal with him. We will show him lesson. We will teach him Pepe. When you want to kill a dog, you give the dog bad name first to justify why you are killing him. That is why I don't let any idiot give me bad name. When people start giving you bad name, you come out and defend that name. It doesn't matter who they are. Nigerian gave us bad name. That is what we are here to defend it. Don't you understand? You think everybody that call us say, oh, you are formidable, you are stronger, you are this, you think all of them are creating jealousy against me. But it's okay, we understand that game. And the name you answer, if you are not careful, can destroy you. It will make you die because of pride. Because they call you heavy name. Sometimes reject that name. Because and then as they gather to celebrate a birthday of a certain king in the Bible, and when the king grows up to speak, and they say, look at this glorious king, who would have had this voice that looked like the voice of God, except it is this king. And the king was dragging his garment. And God was not happy with him. And the Bible says, worm came and ate him up. You don't take the glory that belongs to God. So when people begin to call you good name, my brother, use your tongue and count your teeth. Nobody takes the glory of God. Almighty God, that is your name. You will never share your glory with any man. You will never share your glory with anybody. Almighty God, that is your name. By the time you begin to answer Almighty, Almighty, Almighty Shama, Maogra, Abagba, go and ask Buhari, Almighty Buhari. Be careful the name you answer. Because most people giving you those names, they don't love you. Some love you. But the danger could be very grievous. And above all, they give you name in order to bamboozle you. Destroy you completely. You don't know who you are. My brothers, our ancestors never played with name giving. It was a very serious business. If we go back to the Bible, when John the Baptist was born, because Zachariah doubted, he became dumb. And it is the husband that gives name, not wife. If you are a woman today, you are the one giving your children name. You are placing curse on them. I see many women. Oh, it's my daughter, I have to give him name. Oh, no, it's my son. Woman, it's not in your place to name your son. It is the man's duty. Elizabeth understand this. And when the time of naming came, Zachariah could not speak because he was dumb. And Elizabeth went to Zachariah and signaled to him, what do we call your son? They gave him a slate and a chalk to write. And while he was trying to write the name, his mouth opened and he said his name shall be called John. This is what we do. Sometimes we can allow our mother to give name, but it's not in their place, and that name cannot take over. Some of you, your husband will tell you, my daughter name shall be Ngozi Chikuka. You say, oh, please leave my daughter, name the son, I will name the guest. That is why we have guests, Fulani guests everywhere in the name of Biafran guests. It's not in your place. It's a very serious business. You begin to discuss about the name they bear. It's a very serious job. Every name I gave my children, I prayed over it. Their name will speak for them. Their name will speak for them. I didn't just wake up and begin to call their name. As a child, when I was ignorant, maybe one of them would have been answering Donald Trump. Then another one would be answering Bill Gates. No. Or Theresa May. Or Buckingham Palace. No. I give them name. That when you call it, you remember whom. But of course, I won't tell you their name anyway. So it is the duty of the man to give name. And then sometime, some honorable people in the family will tell the man, I want to name this son. One of my son, I allow my senior pastor to give him name. I don't regret it. Because the man was a very good man. He was a very good man. And he said, this your son will answer my name. And he called him DKDSC. My greatness is in God. But outside that, they stop playing with all these things. They have a role. That was why, or that is why, all the imperialists change our name. It disconnects you from the spiritual source of your strength. Because when God come to look for Ngozi Chukwuka and he meet Angela, the angel will pass. God gave all of them name. I am sending you to Solomon, the son of David. I am sending you to these children of Israel. God honor name. Tomorrow we shall proceed to look into other aspect of name and how our ancestors manage it. So Biafrans, will we tell you, or when our leaders spend time showing you the reason why you should reject all those names? Niger Delta, Niger Delta state on top of land, bottom land, side land. It is not because anybody is undermining anybody. In as much as you will not agree with him, the truth remains that the name is controlling you. The name is controlling all of us. And we have to reject it. Will you both choose good name for themselves? All the name they used to commit atrocity. Patians, Medians, Greasans, Babylonian, all of them, they have hide it and they renew their name. Beautiful, beautiful name. Manchester. New Yorkian. Brooklyn, New York. Fine, fine name. But if you know their name before, you begin to hear Malaka. You begin to hear different name. Brother, wise up. Yoruba understand this secret. Hausa Fulani understand this secret. Only Biafrans are still toiling with it. The painful aspect is that it's Yoruba that is making you to do that thing you are doing. Because once you answer Igbo name, you will be ridiculed. You will never be taken serious. But this is the time for you to answer your father's name. How do you do? How do you start about it? How do you go about it? There was a saying that 3 people from Nigeria went to interview somewhere in London. And so they asked the Hausa Fulani man, what is your name? He said his name is Dawuda Aminu Kano. Then the British start writing Aminu, Dawuda Aminu Kano. But it was difficult for them to write. Dawuda. And they write anything and move ahead. They came to the Yoruba and said, what is your name? Yoruba said, my name is Adewale Adetokunbo Adoshiguru. The name plenty. Oyibo say, I can't pronounce this. What is Adewale Adekonuntu Adegudugudu Adebarabada? Yoruba said, that is my name. Please write it like that. Oyibo said, can't you choose another name? He said, no. That is my name. People say, this is very hard. Yoruba say, get used to it. And of course, they got used to it. And then when my Biafran brother come, they say, what is your name? He say, my name is Mbadike. And then you say, Mbadike is too hard. I can't pronounce it. Can't you choose another name? He said, then you can call me Johnson. Immediately, you can call me Johnson. Guy, this is the time. We need to begin to consider these little things because it has a lot of spiritual influence over our life. This land is not the land of Port Harcourt. This land is not the land of Delta State. This land is not the land of Cross River State. This land is not the land of Bayelsa, because all these are concocted names. That land could be the land of the Mbiama. It could be the land of the Patani. It could be the land of the Ipiye. It could be the land of Wakrike. It could be the land of Kalabare. It could be the land of Ogoni. It could be the land of Umunede. It could be the land of Utopo. It could be the land of Umbanombi, Seamandoba, Unkwere. It could be the land of Olu people. It could be the land of Item. Igbere, Aruchuku. It could be the land of Ohofia. It could be the land of Nza. It could be the land of Akankpa. The land of Iheroha. It could be the land of the Efik, the Bibio, and the Anam. It is never the land of any Englishman. In case you do not know, now you know. Make sure that you begin to reconsider all these things. Of course, tomorrow, God willing, we will look at the other side of this name. And so that because the spiritual battle we are in, people don't understand. We are in a spiritual battle. But we will fight on every side and every front until the people of Biafra is liberated. I'll be back in a minute.
my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God that is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late to join me. Let us get it now. Oh, happiness, we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about a holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, 'cause we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late to join me. Let us get it now. Oh, happiness, we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah, understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of conquest stop the show, yeah, 'cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah, show us love he used to do before. Beautiful faces I will see again, yeah, we need you, we miss you, and we wait on you, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late to join me. Let us get it now. Oh, happiness, we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. Believe that. Holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Holy, Nambekano is another Savior. Chamugawa, Biafra, Kadegede, we roam, baby, baby. It is a Chamugawa, Biafra, Kadegede, we roam, baby, baby. The sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late
Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is our female special number. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp.
Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please, your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, Mazi Okachukwu. I am calling from United Arab Emirates. This is my Nigerian line. I'm listening with my number.
Go ahead.
Mazi, this topic this night is very, very interesting, you know. And it has a lot to do as a human being and even as an animal. God created everything and named them according to their species. When you bring out a lion now and you said, what is this? Because of their name, you can be able to identify it. Mazi, I want to share a little story that happened in my family. I'm from this, is in Imo province of Biafra land. Mazi, we are 6 in number. My parents gave birth to, and we are 5 boys and a girl. Mazi, do you know what happened? The only surviving sister we had, you know, after when my mother gave birth to the first daughter, she died. When they gave birth to the second daughter, she died. Up to at least I lost about 4 sisters of mine, and none of them exceeded the age of 6 years. So something happened, something miraculous happened to the only surviving daughter we had. When she was conceived, a prophetess came within my street to pray for someone. And during the process of that prayer, she saw a vision that there is a newborn baby within her. Sorry, when they gave birth to her, when she was still tender, either 3 or 4 months age then. So the prophet said, there is a little girl they gave birth to on this street. Please, can you take me there? Let me see her. You see? So the people she came to pray for took her to my house. And when she came in there, she said, this is the person I saw in my revelation. Lord, the God said I should come and save this daughter. A lady and prayers after her prayers she left. Then my parents now God, the 30 to 31 years now, and the only surviving daughter. So when our leader is saying that we should identify who we are and our names and go back to our original names, some people don't know the importance and the true meaning of who you are based on your name. I am Okachukwu. My name is Okachukwu. And can you believe me that in a congregation where I find myself, whenever there is a suggestion about maybe a particular name to name over a thing, people will be airing their views. Once I say, this is my own suggestion, believe me, people have my own suggestion and they come to that this thing Okachukwu said is what we're going to name after this thing. It's not a brag. It is not self-arrogance. I'm trying to say it so that people will also understand that when we are to go back to our roots and identify our true identities, it has a lot to play. Thank you. Let me drop it so that others will.
Thank you, my brother. When our leader come telling you, only idiot answer Niger debt on top of land, bottom line. Nobody's insulting you. We just want you to see the truth. Biafra, that is why I love that the show this night. Somebody calling my name Biafra. Somebody calling my name Biafra. If you near Yoruba now, they are not comfortable. Near Hausa Fulani, the name chase them. It gives them nightmare. And then we must keep mentioning Biafra every day. The more you call Biafra, for instance, the more Nigerian will sink into oblivion. Now you know. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, good evening from here, your name and where are you calling from? Yes, we lost that caller, but we must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Dike Paul. I'm coming from Paul. I want to thank you for a wonderful job that you are doing for us. I also give you a wonderful thanks, and I say may you continue to give us this wonderful understanding and knowledge. And I say may Chukwu bless you and bless your family. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Our people must understand the name you answer either elevate you or they bring you down. We are no Niger Delta. We are no South, bottom line, river line. We are the sons of our father. Caller on the line. Caller on the line. What I don't like is when you call, you are listening to your radio. It's very bad. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello, Master.
Go ahead. Good evening from here.
Good evening. Good evening.
Go ahead.
I say, Mechuko Kikabiama, bless you and bless you really good. You are doing a wonderful job. Mazoni remain unstoppable. Unstoppable is calling from Shabbat Allah Biafra in Aba. I am indigenous of Idimabam. Idimabam is in Anochuku. Anochuku is in Biafra land. My dear brother, you are 100% right of what you are saying. My dear, what you are saying remind me what this Fulefu, useless man that come to the media, social media, began to talk nonsense about our leader. So our leader knows how to insult person. This man called Pesto Dechie. I want to address the stupidity of that man. The man, the only thing this man
honestly, my brother, let's just leave him. You see, I was humbled with what he said. And what he said is, he said we misunderstood him. And that having been said, he didn't cause us. Just leave him, please. Leave Peter Deshi, okay? Let's move ahead.
Okay. I will accept that. So I would like to proceed. What our father used to do when I used to tell my father when he come to tell me that he was the one that stopped the culture of when a woman gave to birth. There is a sacrifice we need to make in our place before you see your son or your child. So my father used to be proud to say that he is the one that stopped it when the religion come to our land. That is the one that stopped it. I was watching him. Exactly when we go to Anochuku last 2 weeks to take oath in Igwe Kala. So there they began to remind me of the atrocity which our father has committed. Destroy our culture and bring in religion, our foreign religion that don't belong to us. My brother, this is the thing that is harming us now. When I used to tell them to go back to your root, that thing that you normally do, when you, after clearing the farm and burning the farm, there is a sacrifice they used to do. After doing that sacrifice, you now begin to cultivate and to sow seed. And those things that they don't used to do it now. That's why when you plant, and that plant will not germinate, those things will not make bear fruit again. Why? Because we have lived the culture, those things that our fathers used to do. Then I used to ask him a question. I come and ask him a question. Say, before, when I was staying there, I used to see when you come to village, you say, this one is Ezeji, this one is Ezon, this one is one year Gusi. They used to get that in because there is a plenty harvest. But now, because we have lived our root and began to do another thing, you see that all these things have been going back. You will toil and toil to cultivate. You will not get anything. So we would like to urge our people to go back to our root. Those who are waking up to know the needful, the importance of going back to our root, should do the needful. Leave your brother or your sister or your father or your mother who don't want to turn back to go back to our root, who Yoruba church has taken away, whose Yoruba pastors has taken everything that remain in their brain. Because when you are talking, they are telling them about going back to our root. They began to say our forefathers worship idol. Our forefathers is an idol worshiper, so they will not go back to our root. Right now, I am going back to my root to do the needful, because there is the only way to worship Chukwokika Abiyama, to please him. So whether they like it or not, we are back to our root, and there is no going back about it. It's just what our leader said last night concerning all these fake prophets, fake pastors everywhere, both Onyedep and all of them. They cannot see. God cannot give them the revelation concerning Biafra. Both Mbaka, all of them. God cannot open their God will never open their eyes to give them revelation concerning the issue of the killing of rapists, Fulani, they are free in our land. But the only thing they will know is revelation giving them about to sowing seed. Now, all the law of karma, everything they are committing, we go back to them. My brother, keep on keeping on, whether they like it or not. I know that it's not everybody, it's not all the children of Israel who come out from the Egyptian enter the promised land, whether they like it or not. All I know where it is that all must have Biafra. Thank you, Mazoni, but keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
Keep on strengthening you.
Thank you.
In Chukwokikabiama's name, I pray. Thank you, brother.
I see. People, let's digress a little bit. Do you know there is no single place in the West, Ududuwa land, that answer English? Look at everywhere in the West. You begin to hear Ondo, Osho, Ekiti, Oyo. Begin to watch all their name. All of them is in their dialect. Go to the north. There is no single state in the north that is answering English name. In case you say it doesn't matter, why would they come to Biafra land and then concoct all our name? That is why when people are misbehaving, I don't blame them. You cannot give birth to a son and be calling him goat, and expect him to be like a lion. Don't you know when you call your children lion, they behave like one, even though they are not? They become brave. Today you have a lot of people behaving like buffoon everywhere. This Biafra issue now, when Yoruba is broadcasting now, you will see Biafran people, oh, right on, you are on point, we love you, oh, Adeyinka, we love you. Do you know there are Igbo people that love Adeyinka? Oh, this brother is doing well, he's if everybody be like, I beg you, pack that motor. Watch when you are broadcasting, the only Yoruba that will come here is to insult you. Let us learn it so that what kill our father will not kill us. Will nobody fool? When you change your father's name so they don't know what your father did, do you think it will make you escape from the law of karma? Because when you are busy answering, my father's name is brick, stone, thunder, my friend, don't deceive yourself. We know who your father is. By the time Asari was confronted, he agreed to his Igbo identity. Pure Igbo man, confirmed. Today now to deceive you, of course I love him. He agreed, and that is maybe we believe is going to be restored. I don't intend to insult you, but if it's what is what I insult you, you will not do anything. Give me your address. I will come and see you there. There are mad people everywhere. This is the problem. I have seen youth who are there dragging, leave our Niger Delta. Don't you have sense? Can't you sit back and say, why is it that no state in Yoruba land that is answering English name? Yoruba will be the one telling you, hey, you're Niger Delta, don't talk to the Southeast people. Who is even Southeast? My people, wake up. Don't let anybody deceive you. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. My name is Mr. Joshua. Good evening, the African Rep.
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Yes. In fact, I'm the most happiest person today for getting you through, because I've been trying all this while. I've been following all your programs. In fact, you are just a God sent to educate our people, because as a believer I am, in the book of Proverbs chapter 32, verse 28, it says, remove not the ancient landmark which our fathers have set. And in the same 33 verse 10, he said it. Deuteronomy chapter 19 verse 14, he said it as well. So, sir, what you are saying is actually correct. Because when they started talking of criticizing Nnamdi Kanu, when I am hearing people criticizing him, I will begin to laugh at those people. Because what Prophet Igila said is actually correct. What is following that young man is too massive, very, very ossified, very strong. When he came to Abakaliki in 2017, I was coming back from Enugu. I went to Enugu. I was rushing back to come and see the person one-on-one. We were at the checkpoint when the military stopped him. In that checkpoint, he came down. He asked them, are we fighting war? He bent his voice, and the people started repeating the thing which they have used to block him. When he came to Abakaliki, before he left Abakaliki as he was going, in Abakaliki, there is a particular clan called Examination, and they are the warriors. They can fight, and they are the largest. They live like Jekebe people. They are very, very intelligent like every other Igbo people. And while he was going, he stopped over at Oneke and branched to where they call a sacred home of Ezekuna. There, he pulled off his shoes and called on that ancestral powers and said, if the fight I am fighting is not a just cause, if the fight I am fighting is not to liberate my people, to give them freedom, for them to bear their name, anything that the federal government are planning on their name is, let them succeed. And after that, he put on his shoe. Till today, I have always been telling people, nobody, he's untouchable. It is written in the book of Psalm 105 verse 15, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. I thank you, my distinguished African rep. Keep it on. God will continue to grace your elbow and give you more wisdom and see you through in all and sundry.
Thank you very much.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
You say?
So when our leader come advising you, telling you, don't answer that name. Stop answering that name. Nobody want to take your father property. Certainly nobody. It is just to save you from the spiritual entanglement. You are spiritually entangled. Anytime you are praying, oh Lord, bless Niger Delta people. Nobody is Niger Delta and God's not going to bless anybody. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line. Caller on the line.
Hello?
Go ahead, please. God is not going to bless you. God gives name and he blesses that name. Oh Lord, bless Niger Delta people. No Niger Delta in heaven. But there is his own man in heaven. No Niger Delta man in heaven. But there is Ogoni man in heaven. The British knew this truth. Nobody is trying to insult you. But if you come to insult, it doesn't matter who you are. It works very well. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening, Maz. Just on it there.
Mazo, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mazo Bilo from Omaka, calling from Mozambique in Ampula province. Mazi George Onibe, good evening from here, Mozambique. All over of freedom, all Biafra worldwide. Mazo Bilo alone na Balia, Ogadron Nama, Dronisha Nama, Ambasi Candina na TV na radio, Ambasi Kogon Mille, Nashko Kabia. Mazi, to say the truth, our people, actually here, Banketia, Corners. Now, what is he couldn't about the name? My brother, my sister, Zoku.
ọba ndị ka na-amụ na mba ofesi here sef ndị a na-amụ na Mozambique a na-akpọ nwa ndị ọtọ ha na-akpọ nwa ha they call their name of their children a original name that you can know where the person come from. But ndị ka ga n'ụlọ a na-akpọ Jessica, Antonia, ihe ndị a niile all this system ọ ga-enyere anyị aka. The only thing can bring our people together, the only thing can bring us be one, that name. If you call that name Chijioke, Chimampam, Chijindum, all these names here, if you call it, we know where this person come from. And our people are trying, but let us try, let us put more effort. Bring our people together, bring our sons and our daughters together through that name. That name, so that I am going to buy you, but I'm more original that no one see. Oh, yeah, the main thing I want to identify that name. Oh, I see cannot one fire, happen Jessica can high, happen the large job for Maniana. The only name you can keep more about Lane, you mass and Anglo happen in English. I join the boy, no Luani, a best you more no, but somebody from Malawi. If you come here now, if you call the Malawi name, if you give the name, you can even give Ikotan about they are. Because they use that in their own language to give their daughter and their son's name. Where we come from, I would have the Bible, I would have indication Israel, I would have indication Jamaica, I would have Okata. How will you know that person where that person come from? That's why that in here with the Nanya, in a good woman with all the Nanya, I'm more Anya Hichu. And I'm from that. Give them one more, only come up, Ungarimajirahu. Ahụ Igbo m ga-eme kpozi ya gị mama na Nancy ma man on ya ya mana onye ese bansi ọ dị mkpa well and secondly enwe ihe m chekwu na Radio Biafra my brother my sister because if you call Radio Biafra, if you call this radio, just put your own earpiece for your own. Don't listen radio, just understand when they say stop, we know they say stop. When you say wait, let me add, we know what the moderator say wait, let me add. Not give banner already, give program, you get break, you get against, you kunaga. Secondly, give more for the Biafra. Try your control yourself. If you want to hold the remote naka, or need you for battery. Would you Voliaka was more picky phone pam 100 something. Give my pick, give everything down. So that give man at Magraki go on and Bawagi stop there. Oh, you know, I the airport, the enemy come then I got the school. If you say how much the university check school, but I ordered it. I ordered you. And I did not know if I'm only sure kind of have a guy or tragedy, maybe the kind of life again. Because you bomb ordered the Biafra, try yourself, hold yourself. If you remote, put your motor after the people, all your call on WhatsApp, call on Skype, call online. I'm gonna say give all kind of give the long hands, pay handy give as a major somebody. Thank you very much. Call this night.
Thank you very much. Yes. Yes. And the Bible says, and God called out to Moses in the wilderness and said, Moses, Moses. He didn't say Dawuda, Dawuda. He didn't say Musa, Musa. He called Moses. And Moses said, here I am, Lord. Send me. And when God come and he begin to call, Ogoni, Ogoni. Yeah, but your father's name is now Niger Delta. He won't answer. You will not understand. The imperialists, the invaders, the colonial terrorists, the imperialists, they understand all these things. They change all our name. Like our leader said, Ghana used to be called Gold Coast. They changed their name. Because the power of every living thing lies in their name. IPOB has made a name for herself. Our prayer is that that name will remain strong, holy, righteous unto the end. That generation yet unborn, that our action these days will be in their lips. That endless generation will speak about us this day. That our deed and action will last beyond the pyramids of Egypt. Because we understand that nobody takes a kingdom by words, but by action. And we will register our signature before our time is up. But how will I know who you really are? When you're answering foreign names. Do you know when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were kidnapped by the Babylonians, they changed their name so their gods can bamboozle them? Do you know during the days of captives that every Israel child, including Joseph, their name were changed to the slave master's name? But each of them come back rejecting that name. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, my beloved brother from another Wumba, Watram Bekis na Biafra land. Good evening from Warsaw.
Good evening from here,
Oglogonda. Yeah, Oglogonda, he's Gagonya, you Mas, I appreciate you and I appreciate you and I appreciate our Hamadiko memories of Chugu Prince on your chain neighbor and every hardcore Biafra all over the world. I remain okay for the no see you. One for my cadete, I am calling from Warsaw, Poland. Mas, I appreciate you. I appreciate every hardcore Biafra listening today. Mazi, Onion has said it. When we leave our name,
you see,
that glorify
sorry, when Onyendu is telling them, people don't understand. It look like they are insulting anybody. No, this is first of all about self-recovery. And when all of us are sincere to ourselves, we don't need anybody to give us Biafra. Go ahead, please.
We'll take it, brother. Yeah, Mas, the Onyendu is telling us, this our name glorify Chukwuka. Mas, even in the Bible, those of them that read Bible, why did the Jabez 9 change his name? Say,
he said he was more honorable. He now prayed to God to change his name.
So why is it that our people now do you know that our children don't speak Igbo now? If you had thought that he's speaking Igbo, they say, hey, no, leave it. I don't want you to speak Igbo. What signal are we giving to our generations? If we cannot tell your children, name them that name that glorify Chukwu Kabiama. Now you call me Israel. What is Israel? I don't answer it. I've thrown that away. Out of Gonyamazi, this is our name. We answer it and they glorify Chukwu Kabiama. Mazi, you know what is causing this sin? 3 major things I'm finding out. Yoruba church is number 1. Number 2 is this television. This newspaper, the politicians, you know, all of them have television house now. They have FM, they have this, all the media. And our people forgot where they are coming from. Like we are calling our people, do simple things they cannot understand. These people from Uburu is in Abakaliki. We are calling all of them. We are calling people from Ogu. We are calling from this place they are killing Uzowani. We are this idiot. 3 people that are holding them hostage there. This is a former, what do you call that? Payosanim. This is a mother. This is Devlomar. These are the people holding those areas hostage. Because some of those, one, Makachineke, 500 naira, that area, you check any 1 million naira. And that is after Obukuramad left Germany, when we give a Wajai, he went there and mobilized to give them 500 naira. Haptana Road. Forgetting that idiot is person that causing accident as is happening in the whole Biafra land. Onyendu is doing a great work. Every 3-4 days, he's researching. Still in there now, you're the car, at times he start to add these are human beings. Upon what this man has done virtually everything. Whatever Tinion and a penalty, shoot him, make him enter goal. They know if you shoot him. Where we are going. I thank Kekekra for all of you. Continue doing the need. And please, all of you from Oboro, from all of you, please still call this number like Ndima calling. And if you want to continue for Biafra anywhere in the world, call this number plus 4873 9672 638 plus 48739 672 638. My brother, because you see, thank you very much. The word watching it. Thank you, sir.
Of course, we don't blame them anyway. After 200 years of indoctrination, if they are waking up now, believe me, it's a miracle. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, my
brother. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Chidi Wanyanwo from Worship Media, Toronto, Canada. Asim Kampoyele Guitar. This is my first day of coming on your show. And I want to thank you and to encourage you. Anybody who is promoting our struggle, I will always support that person any way I can. So on platform here, I just wanted to use this opportunity to tell our people, if I am drop one easy, yotago, comments. Let us try to click on that $sign. $1, $2, $5. You know, we can't come and start saying, hey, you know, we need support. Man, I just want to use this opportunity to encourage people to support these things. You know, I don't want to waste time because you're doing a good job, and they've all contributed very well. My own is just to support. Jisike, my brother, okay?
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. I can assure you, you are a good man. It's written all over you. I feel it. Ndeo. We must continue.
Bye-bye.
Yes, caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Good evening from here.
God bless Biafra. Good evening from here.
Go ahead.
God bless Biafra. My name is Chukuma Dike. I'm also known as General Amimon. I'm happy to call you today, African Rep Mazunyibe. Thank you for this golden opportunity. This is the first time I'm speaking to you on Radio Biafra. I love the topic you taught today. Chukuma Dike. And I think he knows why he called me that name. Any other name I'm putting inside, you've made me to repent today that we should bear the name our father gave to us. When my father gave back to me, when my mom gave back to me, my father called me another name, Senior Best, which I did not answer even up till now. So you've taught me a big lesson today to value the name our father gave to us or gave to us. Thank you very much for that lesson. I've been listening to other callers. We will not give up. No matter what happens, no matter what thing happen, we will not give up. Because the Fulanis, they don't have any good intention for us. Their plan is to destroy us, and we will never allow them do it. We will never allow them do it. The unity between us, we will work on it. In these trying times, we will work more on it. You understand? Because when we disagree, we agree. When we disagree, it is normal to have misunderstanding among ourselves. But at the end of the day, we will also come back together because we are meant to be together. Because the blood flow in us is not water.
Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue from there. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Good evening, sir.
The Tibu came from Israel. But what the beautiful thing there is that everybody is just answering fine name. Tamono, Priye, Rikefe. Fine name, like Onyema. Fine name. And somebody still believe his father is evil. Nande Kano, Enyi Naya, Ukafo Mefo. Fine name. And you believe your father is evil. Brother, guys, let's wake up. When we answer our father name, when we say we are Biafrans, there is nothing they can do. This is what they have worked hard to make sure you never agree with it, but you shall. We will all unplug ourselves from the matrix. Everything that have been hidden from us is now being laid bare before you, and now you know. Go ahead, Mazi Chibuike of Israel.
Yeah, thank you very much, my mentor, Mazi George Onyibe. My name is Obi Manuel Chibike. I'm from Widi. I'm calling from the state of Israel. The one thing they always try to change when they first encounter us is our name and our language. Whenever these two things are taken away from a man, the man is lost. I remember the Bible said that, one thing the Bible said, it said that I know your name from your mother's womb. That means this name we are bearing, God named us in our mother's womb, but we don't know. So when you come up and try to change that name, that means God don't know your name again. He knows the numbers of our hair. So whenever you change it, God don't know you again. I remember one time when I had an argument, very heated argument with a friend. This guy said that God does not hear all the language in this world. How can God hear all the language when language is changes? I try all my possible means to convince the guy, to no avail. It was one of my friends that come and asked him, do you pray? The guy say yes. I said, do you pray with your language? He say yes. And do God answer you? He say yes. But what about Igbo guy? He pray with his language. Hausa guy, and God answer all this prayer. That means God hear our language. That is what ends the argument. So God knows our name. He knows our language. He calls us by our name. So trying to change it is something else. And sometimes when somebody will say, do you know me? I'm a Port Harcourt guy. This Harcourt is a white man. And you are claiming you are a Port Harcourt man.
The man is a Kai man. Very wonderful Igbo Kai man. Drunk. I'm a Port Harcourt boy. See, you are drunk. They don't even know who the guy is. A drunk. A committed suicide. Because the blood they have spilled is crying out against them.
Yes. Because the man dug his boat in Obibo or any port in Igbo, and he named it by himself. And people are very proud, as we are proud of Africa. Afrikaners, we are very, very proud to answer that man's name. That is mental slavery. But God will help us through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, through Biafra. We are coming back to our senses, and God will help us. We'll come back finally. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you, my brother. We are inching closer to the end of this segment. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the female line, are you there? Of course, I don't know what is wrong with our women line this evening. When they call, they just keep listening to their, I don't know. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp, you hold on. Caller on the line.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on.
My name is Onwa Arinze Israel. I am calling from Anambra State, in Port Precisely. I'm not, my radio is not talking here. I can't get it, but I just let me try the number so I can hear what people are saying. But all the same, I thank my leader who have put enough effort to make sure that our nation, Biafra, comes to actualization.
Thank you very much. And that is how it's going to be. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, my African rep.
Go ahead, please.
Good evening from here, my fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Chibueze Anyanwu. I'm a native of Oburumwezo in Mbitolu, Owerri province, in Biafra land. So today, my African rep, thank you for this kind of lecture you're giving us today. I'll call it lecture. Because obviously I learned a lot and it reminded me of a lot of things I have been through. With regards to our names, the benefit of our name and how our name works in our favor. My name is Chibueze. I know the sort of things I've been through, the difficult situations I've been through in my little experience, in my little life that I've lived. But each time I look up to the sky and say, Chibueze. Each time I say that, and I believe it, that yes, Chibueze carries the name no. God had never failed me. You know, I can give account of things that happened to me, but because I used that name, I said Chibueze. I always come out with flying colors. I always come out victorious. You understand? So this is something that we all should know, or people should try their best to, name our children by our names, our native names, because there's a lot of power in those names, the names that we bear. You see? And I'm happy to hear Amemon's voice on Radio Biafra. It shows that he's listening.
Of course.
And a lot of things.
He's expected to be born again. Of
course. Yes, I am very happy. Yeah, and I'm sure if he's listening, he obviously knows the voice of who's talking. But anyways, it's fine. I'm very happy to see that, and that is what I personally, I expect to see that from many of our brothers that have sort of missed the line that IPOB is going, missed the track one way or the other. Anybody that thinks that there's something that they are not pleased about, or they feel that they can miss the track or miss the line that IPOB is going. I think it's time that we all come back to our senses and understand that the family we have is IPOB, and we all have to queue in. We all have to join this queue and work together to make sure that we restore our motherland, Biafra. So my African rep, I thank you for what you've done. You're doing a great job for us. I'm learning. I'm a staunch listener of Radio Biafra and a listener of Radio Biafra Extra. I listen every day, morning, afternoon, and night. Even when I'm in my bathroom, when I'm taking shower, my Radio Biafra is on. I'm always listening, and I'm learning a lot, and it's improving my life a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. All hail Biafra.
All must hail Biafra in the end. Yes, we are inching closer to the end of this program. Our people must understand what we are here to do is to recover our identity, is to understand who we are. We simply want to go home. And to be able to get home to Biafra land, there are many things we are supposed to do. And we will do all of them. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network. Biafrans must get ready to go home.
Announcement. There will be a 7 days praise victory march by IPOB and Biafrans worldwide from Thursday 25th of June 2020 to Wednesday 1st of July 2020. Theme: all the people of Biafra shall shout great shout of praises to Chukwu Okike Abiama. The walls of Nigeria shall fall down flat. Joshua chapter 6 verses 1 to 5 and Acts of the Apostles chapter 16 verses 25 to 26. On all these days, only praises, thanksgiving, worship, shouts of victory, joyful songs will be given to Chukwu Okike Abiama. Call our Father Chukwu Okike Abiama sweet names, both in local languages and in Bible references, referring to his mighty works and power, such as I am that I am, Ocean Divider, Ancient of Days, Impossibility Specialist, Glory of Israel, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Omnipotent, Omnipresent, Omniscient, Consuming Fire, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai, Alpha and Omega, our Defender, Eternal Rock of Ages, Okechi, Ekwueme, Honorie Lorenyi, Chikadibia, Obatobie, Abasimbong, Tamuno, Ogene, Aiba, in your local dialects, and so on and so forth. No prayer requests or complaints or supplications or lamentations or intercessions or petitions or binding and loosing will be made. It's a season of celebration of our departure and everlasting freedom from Nigeria. Fasting is not included. Scriptures to read are Day 1, Thursday, 25th of June 2020, Psalm 65, Psalm 66, Psalm 100, and Revelation chapter 7. Day 2, Friday, 26th of June 2020, Psalm 8, Psalm 9, Exodus 15, and Revelation chapter 5, verses 7 to 14. Day 3, Saturday, 27th of June 2020, Psalm 18, Psalm 124, Judges chapter 5, and Isaiah 25. Day 4, Sunday, 28th of June 2020. Psalm 81, Psalm 136, 2 Samuel 22, Revelation chapter 1, verses 7 to 11 and 17 to 18. Day 5, Monday, 29th of June 2020. Psalm 117, Psalm 138, 1 Chronicles 29, verses 11 to 20, and Habakkuk chapter 3. Day 6, Tuesday, 30th of June 2020. Psalm 92, Psalm 118, 1 Samuel 2, 1 to 10. Luke chapter 1, verses 46 to 55, and 67 to 79. Day 7, Wednesday, 1st of July 2020. Psalm 106, Psalm 107, Deuteronomy chapter 32, 1 to 44, Revelation 18, and Revelation 19, 1 to 6. Chukwokike Abiama has given us victory over our numerous enemies and has delivered us by his mighty hand. To him alone be all the glory forever and ever. He said, prepared by Evangelist Suza Kunwokike, signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Committee. Shalom.
Of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this segment. I will be signing off temporarily. Believe me, I will be back in no time. Don't go anywhere.
Worldwide people, they don't they kill us since. Nobody talk about them after the whole killing. Then go sweep them under the carpet. These people are shameless, they no get conscience. Maybe in our blood, now you they take it back. Without our resources, nothing like one Nigeria. These people are shameless, they no get conscience. They just set confusion among our brothers. They won't kill our leader because he speak the truth. These people are shameless, they no get conscience. No hiding place for them. See their doom for their doorstep. We are blessed folks. Utukokukabiama bless no man feel cause. Worldwide thing. Nigeria is falling. If we are gonna sink it out. With the truth, with the truth. We got it out of our time. And the price is on. With the truth, with the truth. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late.
This is special dedication to my friends and my brothers and my sisters and my uncle and my cousins who are here in Biafra land.
Outside Biafra land.
In the world at large, we are Biafrans. If we are one Nigeria,
why are they killing us? If we are one Nigeria, why are they raping us? If we are one Nigeria, why are they shooting us? We want to go, brothers. We want to go. We want to go. We want to go. I want to go. I want to go. He want to go. Uche Mefo want to go. George Onyibe want to go. Right now, we want to go. We want to go.
We are 7 steps ahead.
Ahead is who?
We are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. All we need is
referendum, desegregation,
dissidentating, trafficking. I was born and raised in the Biafra land. This is my
religion. Biafra is my religion.
You can think Biafra, Biafra, see Biafra. God has signed it. Nobody can join it. Plus day,
minus day. Biafra come.
We love you.
We love you. We love you. We love you. Nigeria is falling. We are gonna pull it down. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. 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 British government, why yo? British government, allow us to go. The people of Chukwu won't go. Allow us to go. Allow us to go.
British government,
let us go.
British government,
let us go.
We won't go.
We won't go. Allow us to go. We want to go.
Of New York, just like we all know. This
information is directed to the IPOB in the United States of America. Going with all our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has recently said we must do the needful.
If you have not joined IPOB family yet, or you intend to support the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, now is the time.
To join IPOB family in the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Ezekwesili, on 832-245-5640, or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Badike, on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekweme on +164-664-43957. Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas 6462-2694 9487.
Brooklyn Zone.
Sense
Abalakwe AM on +16 462 365246.
Queens/Long Island.
Masi Elochuku
16469566219.
Bronx Zone 2. Wada Beatrice on 347-5177-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the U.S. and you want to join or contribute, call our national coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our national deputy coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our women wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, USA will not fail our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, or disappoint our motherland, Biafra. All hail Biafra, Biafra, we hail you. Signed, David Ezekwesili, New York State Coordinator.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
the radio station. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Respect to the Most High. Yeah. Biafra, the rising sun. Now hear me now.
Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are fighting for freedom. Freedom, yeah. Biafrans, we know what we want. Biafrans, we know what we need. All we want is Biafra. Biafra. All we need is Biafra. Biafra. Our leader have tell us the truth. Now we know who we are. Cause Aflan is killing Biafra. Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. They are killing our people.
No more one Nigeria. Yeah, amalgamation is over. All we need is Biafra.
I'm not saying this because I'm a Biafran, but I'm thinking of the life we lose every time that killing innocent people, yeah, raping our women, yeah. Who doesn't know about the 10%? Who doesn't know about the oil well? House of Flan is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. All we want is Biafra. We want to go home. Biafra.
Biafra, land of the rising sun. Bombo clan. It was good and evil and we chose good.
Enegwa is calling Biafra. Anani saying Biafra. Ogoja is saying Biafra. Enegwa is saying Biafra. Urobo is saying Biafra. Shekiri is saying Biafra. We want to go home. We want a freedom. We want to go home.
Tropical mix.
Biafra, the rising sun. Bubble cloud.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are, all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by our deputy leader, Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo. He is from Abatiti. Abatiti is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. I must remind you, I do not expect you to understand the mindset behind these words, but one day you shall. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader. And every other organization that speaks for Igbo, all of them fail. But I use with due respect. With due respect, because all of you, for instance, abandoned Igbo people in Benue. 3 local government in Benue State are Igbo people. 3.5 rather. None of you recognize them. So you have sold us out already. You abandon the Igbos in Delta. You abandon the Igbos in Edo. You abandon the Igbos in Cross River. You abandon the Igbos in Bayelsa. Somebody said, do you mean Igbo in Bayelsa? Yes. But we talk about Adua, Abua, Ahoda. You abandon all of them. You focus on Southeast. If you abandon us, who speak for a German? If we abandon us, who will speak for the Akwa Ibom man? Ibibio man, Efik man, Anna man. When we tell you certain things, accept that you have failed. But we all have the platform to make amends. As far as this journey is concerned, all of us are suspect. All of us are suspect. But then somewhere along the line we disagree to agree. Each time I come, I say Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remain the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people. You should be humble. You should be humble. But of course, just the same way most of you have been deceived, there are people wrestling. Their heart is they go behind and lie to our leader. If I talk now, they will sanction you, but all of you will be disgraced in the end. Except we come here with the mind of deception, you will conquer. But if we are here whiter than white, you people are wrestling the servant of God. You people are evil. We're fighting a battle in a larger scale. Anything you like to do, do it. ihe ahụ ka emene kile ya meta ni na ehu anya. He's the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television. He said our people must go home. From Edo State to Benue State. From Benue State to Kogi State. But of course, we are not talking about Kogi or other tribe in Kogi State, Yoruba and other tribe. We are talking about Egala. Down to Benue State. The Idoma. Agatu. The Igbos. We are going home with our cripple. We are going home with our blind. We are going home with our deaf, our mad people. Everybody is going home. That is why if I see idiot everywhere in this hollow platform of IPOB, I don't blame you because we will take all of you home. Some of us will enter Biafra land with chain. And others we will tie you rope. I could be the one you are going to tie rope. But the truth is that Biafrans are going home. I am George Unyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. Both the ones that Yoruba have conquered by association and assimilation, everybody will be going home. I'm just looking forward to that day where my brothers and sisters will come home. I feel what Moses felt on that very day when he saw the children of Israel marching out of Egypt. The crowd was numerous. It was overwhelming. And he blessed the name of the Lord. Onye dekage Chimo Onye dekage Netiti chinine Onye dekage Idike ne maya na lolu di ebube oge mgbe niile ina lolu di ebube mgbe niile odogu na ya dike na ya Eze Jesus, odogu na ya, dike na ya, odimegbo Juda o, odogu na ya, dike na ya, chimarioke, odogu na ya, dike na ya. Odike na ya o, odike na ya, dike na ya, dike na ya o, dike na ya o, odike na ya, dike na ya, ezanyi bu dike na ya. Anyị na-aja gị mma o n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o inwe gị mgbanwe o ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o enwero m isi ka m ga-ebu enwero m aja ka nsị ka m tụwa no sisi ekpere abalị ka anyị na-ekpele ndị ụwa o ọtụlụ anya ja ụnụ anụgo banulolu anyo na banulolu anyo banulolu anyo eze banulolu anyo onwere mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu onwere mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu na banulu okike kere ụwa banulolu anyo. I will not apologize for this Biafran issue. I will not apologize. And of course, once again, you are welcome. On this segment, without wasting much of our time, we'll go to our topic, which is simply titled Wrestling with the ancient monster called Nigeria require divine tactics. Wrestling with the ancient monster called Nigeria require divine tactics. And now, divine simply means that which pertain to God. So to wrestle the ancient monster called Nigeria, you require God rule. You see, I think I'm very happy that our religious body are organizing March with Praise. Honestly. I don't pray for myself. I pray for people. When it comes to my issue, I decree and it come to pass. I will not apologize. Honestly. We are wrestling with ancient monster, and it is called Nigeria. It requires a tactics, a strategy that God is involved. That is why tonight I entitled it Wrestling with the Ancient Monster called Nigeria requires divine tactics. In every fight in life, there is always room for spiritual and physical tactics to be deployed. Our leader in his last broadcast tried to expatiate on the meaning of Nigeria. There are evidence of Nigeria from Portuguese to France to English to Arab, Niger, Nigeria, Niger, Negro. These are ancient monsters that must be brought down. And to do that, you need weapons that have something to do with God. It is important for us to consider the area where Nigerians have defied itself. Anytime we'll come here. We are not here to undermine anybody. It is not our intention to disregard anybody. Honestly, we respect all of you. Sentimentally regard, we respect all of you. We see you as men of discipline, men of honor. We see you that way. Believe me, all of you. And that is when you understand the need why this monster must be crippled. But as far as you are talking about Nigeria, when we are done with you, everybody will reject that name. Of course, it has started already. When it comes to wrestling this monster called Nigeria, my brother, it requires spiritual tactics. Honestly, God has not revealed to me the day Biafra will come. But you know, Biafra will come. Because men and women he has appointed, if we choose to fail him, he will abandon all of us. And then he will pick another. This is God's project. I remain very humble because I am privileged to serve in this capacity. Does not mean I'm better than you. Some of you are still sleeping. You will wake up. And then the journey continue from there. Honestly, I do not think it's going to come in 30 years. I don't bother myself with that. But I say to myself, every day Nigeria will keep us inside Nigeria. Nigeria will bleed shame and disgrace. They have AK-47. Their war chest, I think is reading about 22 billion US dollar. They have connection all over Africa. They have connection all over Europe. They have connection all over America. They have connection all over Arabic states. And they are forming alliance with the Asian nations. But look at we, tiny Biafra. But yet every day, we march. We march as disciplined soldiers, yes we march. We march as confused people, yet we march. We march as people not knowing where they are going. Like the children of Israel in the wilderness. Yes, we march. Those who cannot walk, crawl. Those who cannot crawl are rolling on the ground. And others are running. Some are jogging. But we are making progress. This is one truth you must understand. And with the confidence assurance that Chukwu Kikabiama is with us, Biafra will come. There are two strategies I want you to understand. And understand that Nigerian cannot survive. It is too late. Number one reason tonight is that they have all together shared innocent blood. Mazuche Mefo say what is happening to Nigeria today, it's just the work of Elohim. Chastising Nigerian for the innocent blood they have shed. As a child, I grew up. And I begin to understand certain things that is going on. When I read my Bible and I discover in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 19 verse 10. And God said to the children of Israel, when you get to the land I will give to you, make sure you do not share the blood of anyone on that ground. Innocent blood. Because if you share innocent blood on the street of the land that I will give you, that land will vomit you. And then I look at Nigeria. Nigeria is busy killing innocent people. Nigeria is busy killing Biafran. And as such, land of Nigeria will vomit Fulani. Land of Nigeria will vomit Yoruba if they don't move ahead to divide it. Land of Biafra will vomit Sabutoa. Why? Because they have shared innocent blood. British government murdered our people in 1945 in Enugu because of code. British government killed our mothers in the farm because they want extra tax from our mother. In 1945 till 1960, the blood of innocent Biafrans has been used to renew the altar of Nigeria. I remember one of our sisters in 1967. She said, you don't know how horrible these people are. My father was killed before my very eyes. He was divided into two. I could not believe it. They treated him as if he's not a human being. I said they cut my father into two. And I can assure you that as far as there is one Biafran remaining, we will keep on fighting. Even with the last man standing, we will keep on fighting. I have witnessed Nigeria desecrate our blood. I was in Lagos during the time of OPC. They killed Igbo people. Until Almata came, innocent boys and girls were slaughtered. I remember June 12th of Abiola, they killed Igbo people to bury Abiola. And that is how it's like, if I tell you that thunder will fire you, to look like I'm insulting you. With all distance, you think Nigeria will survive. They went to school in Ajegule. Awusa and Fulani asked all the children in the school to put their hand on the decks. Over 600 children were amputated. They cut off their hand. On the last day, only true Biafrans will be raptured. On the last day, I say, only true Biafrans will be raptured. They cut off their hand. And their blood desecrated the land of Nigeria. Out of greed, they refused to service the armory in Ikeja, Lagos. And there were bomb explosions. Igbo people died like sand. Biafran people died like sand. In Ikotuegbe Yanejigbo Bridge, they died all the way from Ikeja, Lagos, down to Okota. This is the blood of our people. You know when Omotekun came out, hey, Omotekun, I weep. Because Omotekun will only kill Igbo man. Forget about all those one. Sometimes you say, okay, let's use brain for them. They have brain, oh. They have brain. Whether they like it or not. The grand land of Nigeria has been desecrated with innocent blood. Is it not recently they start killing minorities in the north? The Gware, the Beron, the Nupe. Is it not recently they touch small Yoruba? That the blood of innocent Biafrans continue. Do you know how many people they kill on daily basis? Our people? Brother, based on that, Nigeria will collapse. The blood of innocent children, I feel them crying. They were starved for 3 years. Some of them live with hunger for 3 years. Yoruba is putting hand in your head to pray for you. If I tell you that you are doing Kishi, will you understand? You cannot. We will make you understand. With everything Awolowo did. And I don't know what they do. Ojukwu lock up every Igbo leader. My own Ojukwu lock up every Igbo leader. Gave them house arrest not to move beyond 10-kilometer radius around their house. He released the Yoruba man. That is the same thing you people want to push us into. Thunder will fire all of you. Anybody who have that mind, who want to plan that one, we will not die that way. Today there is great division in Biafra land. Yoruba succeeded. They succeeded because they told Niger Delta. You see them? They want to dominate you. That is why they kill your strong man, Adakaboro. They lock up Adakaboro. Obasanjo release him. And Adenkule, the black scorpion, engineered him. You come and sow the same seed. We will run on the offense for God's sake. I was busy following Fulani. But the truth is, truth being told, Yoruba have no reason why Nigerians should remain. You want them to lose their 10%? Why would you break Nigeria? Our one Nigeria. No, just consider what they've done to us. As a senator, as a governor, as a man of God, we went to school. We went to school. We went to school. We don't have job. You are a graduate now driving keke na pepe. Is this what you want? They are lying to you that they are giving you palliative in the name of COVID-20. Are you sure this is what you want? And then our life in a country supposedly ours, it has no value. When will you learn? When will you learn? Believe me, this war, you people don't know how it's going to be. There will be war. There will be war. Fire will pass Biafra land and they will be cleansing. The horror of it will make Yoruba to run to Benin Republic. And Wosa Fulani will run to Niger country. Don't worry, bring in that ammunition. When we speak, it is for war. We come in peace. But when we speak, it is for war. You know, read that for Bible. And with the number of innocent Biafrans that have been slaughtered, it is still piling up with the innocent blood of Christians, Awusa Christians in the north. Nigerian desecrated the land. This is a weapon. If you are truly a prayer person, when you go to that church, begin to pray and say, "Oh Lord, my God," like the son of Abel cried out against Cain, let the blood of innocent Biafran begin to cry out against Nigeria. You do that for them. These are strategies you don't know. They have all abandoned their solemn oath to their country. The sin of treachery cannot be forgiven. Those of you in the military today, you are a Fulani Janjaweed, you are Awusa who want to think you are born to rule by following Fulani, betraying your ancestors, Yoruba interested in 10%. Let me address the people who are in the army, in the military. You could be in the artillery, air force, or navy. You took oath to defend Nigeria. That day you pick up the gun and you shot at a Biafran who is exercising his civil rights. That day you have betrayed the oath. and nemesis will catch up with you. That day you prescribe IPOB unjustly without due process. That day you commit the sin of treachery. It is our right to civil disobedience as enshrined in the Zoo Decree, because we don't have constitution. It is our right to civil disobedience as enshrined in the Zoo Decree. Everything we have done here, it's our right. We bear no arm against anybody, but maybe we shall very soon. We do not call for war. We humbly request for referendum. All of you have committed the sin of treachery. To the extent that Buhari died in office, look at how all of you are behaving. To your mind, you are winning. You are keeping Nigeria. Biafrans, this is the time for you to open your mouth and begin to decree every man and woman that have committed the sin of treachery, working against the oath they took. Remember them. Remember them according to your word. From their mouth, declare judgment on each and every one of them. That in the end, they will cover themselves with a garment of shame. That in the end, they will know that there is a God that sits in heaven and he presides over the affair of man. These are strategies that we need to deploy in order to be able to fight this ancient monster called Nigeria. Application of spiritual strategy will make you to accomplish so much. But these people understand it. So what do? They incorporate you into their evil. So you must disassociate from them. There is one thing they do. People who understand how to deploy spiritual strategy. You know, in those days, at home, when we were growing up in the village, we got to a stage in my life when a fowl passed our compound, all the youth there, we will catch that fowl. We call it tombran. As we catch the fowl, we kill the fowl. Somebody's fowl. And so we know the fowl belong to Mama Nkechi. When we finish killing the fowl, we will go and call Nkechi and give Nkechi. We will say, if Nkechi Mama the cause will kill all of us. God is wonderful. So to us, we are wise. So Mama Nkechi will come and start shouting, anybody that eats my fowl, it will not be better for you. Anybody that eats my fowl, it will not be better for you. And while she's doing that, she's cursing Nkechi because Nkechi follow it. But soon we understand how it functions. So we don't swear. When they steal our fowl, we go to every backyard to look for the feather of our fowl. That is when it comes to another day that say, and now you know what they are doing to you. We are fighting 4 different enemies. These 4 different enemies have spiritually entangled us. That if you are not spiritually conscious, anytime you are praying against Nigeria, somebody is bringing the evil back to us. They know, but you don't know. The sins of Achan made God to turn back on the whole children of Israel. And when they suffer defeat before their enemy, no matter how much Joshua prayed, God never backed them up. And then when they consulted God, God told them that some family have defied the whole congregation. The family of Achan was singled out. They were all slain, buried at the city gate, cursed, and forever banished from the lineage of the Israelites before God forgive them. Today, you have become an instrument to make us suffer under one Nigeria. This is why we are angry with you. As a military man, when they want to kill Biafra, you are the one they give gun to. They send you down to your fatherland. You will be headed by Hausa, Fulani or Yoruba. You are the one who pulled the trigger. You are the one who showed them the road. And so anytime we are praying, arise, O Lord, and destroy our killer, you will be the one that will die. Arise, O Lord, and destroy our killer and their family. It will get to your family. And as you extend it, it will get to all of us. All of you have defied the land of Biafra. You think Yoruba don't have sense? You think Hausa don't have sense? You think you are the only combatant soldier who can shoot his people? They are using you as a spiritual shield so that our prayer cannot reach them. Watch policemen on the road. They must find you guilty. So spiritually they can be justified by what they did to you. So when a policeman stop you, where's your particulars complete? Inner light complete. Bottom light complete. Police have charged me for inconsequential parking. Inconsequential parking, including inconsequential loading inside Nigeria. God knows what kind of English is that. Police have arrested me. Your name is George Onibe. How can you write this one Onibe George? The other one George Onibe. They arrest me. They must find you guilty. And so spiritually they can push away the consequence. Anytime that Yoruba pastor is asking you to pray for one Nigeria, he is asking you to bless those who killed your mother. He is asking you to bless Fulani headsmen. He is asking you to bless Miati Allah. He is asking you to bless Boko Haram. He is asking you to bless Nigeria. That is why they keep killing us when we say leave the Yoruba church, because you are aiding and abetting them spiritually without your knowledge. How can you pray for the well-being of those who murdered over 6 million of our people? Don't you get what we are telling you? Now you know. This ancient monster, we have the British government. The British government, they work in collaboration with Oye Company and other beneficiary nations across the globe. Anytime you pray against British government for what they are doing here, the prayer will affect many African countries that are corporate in this theft attitude. From there, it will affect all our brothers that work in this company. Our prayer will get to them, and eventually it will get to all of us. And now you see why you must disassociate yourself from it. He says, separate yourself from them, O ye children of Israel. You must separate yourself from these people. And then you will understand that he's a mighty man and warrior in battle. But this a spiritual strategy you don't understand. Nigeria is our problem. And by the time you go to your church, your pastor say, begin to pray for Nigeria. How can you pray for God to sustain your problem? Are you okay? Or you have not thought in that way? Now you know. We don't have problem with anybody. Those of you who are contaminated by associating with Yoruba and Hausa Fulani, I beg you, come back home. Nobody hate anybody. After our freedom, go and do what you want to do. We are married to China. We are married to Japan. We are married to South Africa. We are married to Saudi Arabia. We are married to everybody. Boko Haram. We are married to all of them. But are they killing us? Only Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani blood. But you won't understand. You have the Hausa and the Fulani. Can somebody call when lines is open and say, this is what we did to them? Something happened when the children of Israel were in the wilderness. Prophet Balaam and Balak having made the arrangement. He said to Prophet Balaam said to Balak, God has blessed these people, nobody can curse them. And I cannot. And the king said, there is something you can do. There is. He said only one thing. Let us defile them. Send their women into the camp of Israel. Let them defy them. And when Moses came, they were in a solemn feast. And Moses saw that they were strange women all around them. Moses was bitter and angered. And Aaron's son picked up his sword and slay the young man who brought strange woman into the congregation of Israel. The Bible says he was declared righteous. Guy, this battle is not for everybody. Only the pure breed Biafrans will march in the front line and come back from that battle. When our leaders say 100 men, you don't understand what it means. What is our crime in Nigeria now? As a Biafran, how many years did it take them to build Abuja? When they start building Abuja, they have commissioned the reconstruction or the construction of East-West Road. For over 35 years, they are still talking about the completion of East-West Road. Who have bewitched all of you? we say Biafrans move back. Move back from Yoruba. Move back from Awasa. Move back from Fulani. You can pretend and deceive yourself. When they are done with you, you will understand that it's not about you. It is about the next generation. That is why we understand what we are doing. We can only pray for the Creator to open your mind and understand. Let me play something for you, maybe you understand.
We are the only Yorubas in Ladipo as a whole living. Passing the mechanic, we have more than 13 different workshops in Ladipo. To Akiwumi extension, to Igbolowu extension, to Malaja Musa, all those places have been taken over by Igbo people. These only remain for only Yorubas and the Igbo people. They are now telling us they are going to use millions to remove us. They are going to remain here forever. Please, the people of Lagos State, Tinubu, Baba Agbalagba, the Jagaban of universe. Mechanic village. Let mechanic village or Dualadura remain as a mechanic workshop. It's under power line. It's given to us by the former governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Kayode Jakonde. Kudos to the man. Kudos to the man. Kudos to the man. That's my contribution to the press. I am appealing to Yoruba leaders. Yoruba leaders, are you sleepy? No. Are we sleepy? No. In a grand where we suffer for, our grandfather suffer for, our father labor for, somebody will come from outsiders because of money. You want to sell our name. It's not done everywhere. Remember tomorrow. Please, Mr. Jagaba, I with honor, with respect, I want you to use your name, your power, your logistics. Please save us from this mess. If somebody will come from outsiders and tell us that they will use money to send Yorubas. Yoruba, we have Masjid coming. Where do you want them to stay and walk? We are not hooligans. We are not an armed robber. We are not a tout. Many of us have suffered more than 10 years to gain this our practice. And when we get this our professional, where do you want us to practice it? And then I want you to remember, when the time of campaign, many of us, we left our wives, we left our children, we slept in this workshop where there's plenty of mosquito. And that time, don't forget, you have done a mistake with our leaders, that since then, you will not suffer us. This is stubbornness. This is stubbornness. I am appealing to our Jagaba too. Obasanjo, I know if you are aware of this, you will rise up for a fight. I know if you are aware of this, you will fight for us. That's only you can fight for. Mushi leaders, remember the ground you are marching. Remember the ground you are hitting. If people that are leadership today, remember somebody are there before. And you are there today, tomorrow another person will be there. Whatever you do today will be a history tomorrow. Our elders, we have a widow here. People that have no wife. People that have no children. They are feeding themselves to pure water. We acquire anybody. We accommodate everybody. It is a sin to accommodate Igbos. Igbo will come here and tell us that they will go and meet our leader. They will give them money and they pursue us. Please, enough is enough. Let us, if we are working, let us.
Yes, they are crying. Igbos want to pay money and collect our land, and we are crying. Fulani want to kill us and collect our money without paying money. So who is deceiving who? Our one Nigeria, our in-laws and our sweeties. My people, let us wake up. Your property will not be safe in Yoruba land. Your property will not be safe in Hausa Fulani land until Biafra come. And if you people do not rise up in a time like this to find divinely deploying strategy, divine strategy, believe me, you don't know what is coming. This is not the time to behave like we are politically correct. We are politically right. So they say we are good people. How much did they pay you as a good person? We all know if the Igbos leave Lagos in 1 month, it will become a ghost city. If Igbos leave Abuja in 1 month, it will become a good city. But you have been complicated by the religious leader. You have been complicated by the ritual they have been putting up against you. You just can't see it. You think it's about hating people? It's, oh, they've been doing this. This is just recent. This is just recently. Does it mean you people don't have shame? Does it mean you people cannot reason? Does it mean you people just deliberately out of wickedness choose to humiliate us by going back? Does it mean you people cannot read the handwriting on the wall? Mene, take care of fasting? Does it mean we cannot come together and save the next generation? They have started calling on the Jagaban. First Jagaban, Tinubu. They are calling on the Jagaban. Second Jagaban, Obasanjo. They didn't say you are taking their land like Fulani herdsmen. They say you are buying it. And that is the crime. You could buy a house in America. You could buy a house in London. There are many markets in our land they control. They don't even buy, they claim it. Every Hausa market, almost 70% of Hausa market in Biafra land, they use the military to take it. Nobody is shouting. Nobody is crying. But that is Yoruba. That is Yoruba. Our leader have told you. They will come for trade fair. Our leader have told you. They will come from Ladipo. Our leader have told you. They will come to Ali Balogu. Our leader have told you. They will come to Tinubu. Everywhere they will come for you. In Kano, in Kaduna, they will come for you. Nigeria is not our home. Nigeria is ancient demon. And that demon, we must deploy every spiritual strategy to bring her down. Everybody, let Biafra go. I would have played Hausa music for you. How Hausa love you. They dedicated music to you. They gave us quick notice. But ask yourself a question. On what ground, exactly what ground are they using to tell you that we are Biafrans? We want to remain Biafra. We are Biafrans. We are Nigerian. We want to remain Nigeria. And we are Nigerian. Our Nigeria is unnegotiable. Our Nigeria is very communicating. Our Nigeria is very sweet. We must remain one Nigeria. On what ground now? This is Yoruba just few days ago. The moment you associate with these people, they defile you. And when they defile you, anything we do will come to you. Biafrans, wake up. Biafrans, understand the reason why we tell you to do what we want to do, what we are doing. Disassociate yourself. These people don't love you. They can never love you. Anytime you hear them talk about disintegration of Nigeria, they lie. They don't want Nigeria to divide. We are their food. Their trap have caught us. That is how they see it. And Nigeria must remain. The Hausa Fulani, we tell you, as far as we can foresee, As far as we know, we will make sure we rule them ruthlessly. We will never let them to be in control of their life. We will deal with them, we will oppress them. They said every manner of evil against us. Our leaders cannot protest against this. We are angry because of what is being done to us. Every one of you. Not because we had any intention to disrespect you. When we start coming for all of you, you will know how serious we are. But at this moment, we ask Biafrans, do not complicate yourself by associating with them. Separate yourself from them. Talk to your pastor. Let them speak up. Let us go for referendum. Some of you, honestly, we will grant your request so that you can go with Yoruba and Hausa. And then you can visit Biafra land as when you feel like. Biafrans, the war has begun already. They are complicating our lives spiritually as well as physical. Don't let anybody deceive you. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. Because these people understand how they fight this battle. But you are the one who don't understand. And we are appealing to your conscience. This is the time to separate yourself from among Nigeria. They are coming from us with another strategy. It's not my intention to point out that to you. But as they surface, we will come for them. How many evil are we going to record? How many more people will have to die? How many Biafrans will have to die? How many of our people do they need to kill before we can see the spiritual implication? Do not let them to compromise our blood lineage. They want to bastardize our blood lineage. Do not give them that privilege. Nigerian mean us only one thing, death. The only thing Nigerian have for us is death. They want us dead. And what do? We must refuse to die. If they are so much interested in killing us, my brother, this is the time we must stand up. This is the time we must rise. Everybody from where you are and begin to disassociate from Nigeria. Have nothing to do with Nigeria because this rain will fall. This rain will fall. It will complicate our life. It will endanger the next generation. Even though you want war, they will bring it to you. Even though you don't want war, they will bring it to you. No matter what you think, no matter how civilized you want to pretend you are, these people, they think they have conquered us. And believe me, they will stop at nothing until they are done with us. And while we are here trying to organize our people, while we are here appealing on the conscience of our people to look at the enemy is already in our land. Some people are still speaking grammar. Some people, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is your problem. You are busy analyzing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You have forgotten that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing his own. You have to do your own. Your job, your problem is our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. My brother, he's not your problem. Open your eye and maybe you'll understand the need, why you need to reposition yourself. Biafra is all we want. And Biafra is all we will get. I'll be back in a minute.
It's Mubaz on the beat.
Yes, at this moment our lines are open. Biafrans must disassociate from Nigeria. It's as simple as that. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. They come to you telling you, oh, it's our Nigeria. My brother, they are killing us gradually. They are killing us gradually. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. We have to go home. We need to go home. Everybody must be ready to go home. This is the only thing that will ensure our survival. They have sent a message across. Their Jagaban will answer them. He will be there. Let us not let anybody deceive us. Nigeria is gone, but we cannot sync with Nigeria. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Yes, good evening from here. Call on WhatsApp, go ahead, please. I do not know why you are not talking, but call back if you can. Our people must understand there is need for us to deploy spiritual strategy in a war like this. Make no mistake about it. If we fail to do what we are supposed to do, the next generation will cry bitterly. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Hello,
good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Mazi, this is Chinedu Igwe calling from Togo, Lome, Togo. Mazi, it's my pleasure to call tonight. This is first I want to call, but I've not been to listen to your program about and our rule. Just want to share the little light. Before we are 7 children. All our 7 children, my father gave birth to all their Igbo names. Other sisters started going to university to English name. So they have the idea to cut the long story short. So, but when I begin to know kinds of names, I know if you call it, I bear my real name, Chinedu Chia. I thank.
Of course, your line is very bad, and try and call back. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, Mazi. Good
evening from
my
here.
name is Simon.
Good evening. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity this evening to talk to our people. My name is Simon and we're calling from Almeria, Spain. Mochuku Okike Abiama. Bless every one of you, protect and guide you. And those of you in front line, Okike protect you and guide you. You are going out and coming in. And may He protect our able leader, Mazin Nandekano, the savior of our time. A man that stood for us. A tested pillar, a man that did not betray us because of the worldly things, like others have done. Okike protect and guide him, lead him, give him more wisdom, more than he gave to Solomon. May every step he take be in our advantage to take us home. And protect our deputy, protect every IPOB leadership anywhere you are working. Anywhere you are supporting, anywhere you are gossiping, Chukwu Okike Abiama will pay you back. Chukwu Mankonye. He said, Mazonibe, thank you for your wonderful topic this evening. He said, we all are going home. Every one of us will go home. Some people will go home with chair. They will carry some people. Some people will back some people. We'll take everybody home, both the dead and the living. That is what we are called to do. But I want to let you guys to know, to pay attention. It is not just because what we are doing, I could remember those days in 2015 after the arrest of our leader. When they were telling us what we are doing, it's like we are waking dead people. That is more than us, that we can do it. It is unheard of. We should say, Biafra must be restored. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for giving us a leader like Maison Nandikano. He go back to the history because everything started Mbebo. He mentioned Andalusia. Andalusia. Yesterday, I was shocked because those days when we are young in Moscow, in school, when they're telling us about this revolution and why people remain and why some revolution carried on after the communism, they say they don't want to change. Andalusia was occupied part of Spain here for more than 450 years. That is where I'm staying. Those things he said, we saw it. The history is there. But our people should pay attention. But thank God, because if something like IPOB didn't come out, I don't know where we'll be today. And I want to use this opportunity to call our people and our elders, those that call themselves elders. Please, Biafra restoration issue is very, very sensitive to us. If you are not talking about anything Biafra restoration, talking about one Nigeria, it doesn't matter who you are. I have made every one of you to know. Yes, we want to go home. What are we benefiting in Nigeria? Southeast elder statement. They went to meeting. They went and they go and package a dead man to them. Buhari. Did you say you see Buhari? You have been to politics since 50 years. What did the Imo State benefit? What did the Ikedu benefit? We can't be used. This generation can't be used like you people anymore. You are either state man, you are PDP before. You are going to beg for 10 billion naira. What is 10 billion naira? We are not talking about Igbo presidency. Samdadi, Samdadi, all Simon Deku. Why you want Samdadi? You know, Deku. All Simon Deku. Ngozi, Wabrodadi. See, I actually want Nigeria. We want to go home.
Use juju. They use to make sure nobody talks again in.
We want to be free, once and for all, and live like a human. You see, Mazami, before I drop, you see this call this guy made, called Jagaban. Such thing have happened to most of us. In 2000, before Fashola entered, I know how much Our people pay to negotiate for this Ladipo. They didn't say we occupy. They didn't say we take. They didn't say we rob. We buy. They said to us, our people in Ladipo, our people in Lagos, this is time to look back home. Because when it happened, when some of you saw what happened to me and some other brothers, you know, I told you, remember what Ojukwu said in 1993 when he came to Alaba trade fair. I was able to meet that man. All what he has said is what is going on today. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. From you.
Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Ifani Egu. I'm calling from Ndagu Odidi, Biafran land in Anambra State. So, Mazu Oyibe, I thank you very much for good lecture, your lecture this evening. And I thank our leader, Mazu Inakanu Ahamadike. Ana mekenekwa oye nke ibuaya, oye nke na-eyeri aka bụ Maazị Uchemefo. Ana m ekene unu maka ihe niile nke unu na-eme. Ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu gbasara afa anyị na-aza. So ana m asị afa mbụ Ifeanyị Chukwu. And Ifeanyị Chukwu anụ a na-esokwa ndụ m. Na-eso m etu a ndị be anyị si wee na-akpọ m ya, nna m na nne m si wee ba m ya. So ihe m na-ekwuchite anụ a bụ ndị niile bụ ndị Biafra, bụ ndị Igbo, ebe ọbụla Biafra sọtụrụ, onye ọbụla a na-akpọ afọ Igbo ya jisi ike na-akọwatakwala ndị ọzọ. Ọ bụrụ na afọ oyibo ka ya na-akpọ ya tọọ n'ọda ka afọ oyibo ahụ ndị ọcha ya ji bịa ghọrịa anyị n'obodo a. So ana m ekele gị ọfụma maka ọrụ anụ wee na-alụ, wee na-asị ka Chineke nna Chukwu okike abịama nke kele n'igwe kee ụwa, nke kele ana Biafra gbaa gị ume, nye gị ogologo ndụ na ahụ isi ike, chekwebe gị n'ezinụlọ gị, chekwebe all the our principal officers ebe ọ bụ na panọ n'aha ya wee shua.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Mazonibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my dear. Hello, Timena.
Amen, Mofuma. Thank you.
Ezigbo from Delta. Aha m bụ nne dị mma onye juto. I'm calling from Aba. Anụrụ m nkụzi gị, Chineke ga-agba gị ume. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. The word is listening.
Nna anụ nkụzi gị, Chineke ga-agba gị ume. Chukwu ga-enye gị ndụ n'elu ndụ. Onye ọbụla rụrụ gị aka, ọkụ eluigwe ga-agbagbu ya. Onye ọbụla chere gị echiche ọjọọ, tọnda si n'eluigwe gbatuo gbagbuo ya. Na-ekelekwe nna anyị ukwu Prince Nnamdi Kanu na deputy ya. Chineke ga-abụ n'ume. Ihe a anyị enwe na Biafra redio. Brize na ha ekusa. Ọ na ha amụghị ọkụ na Sorok, amụghị ọkụ ebe niile. Ọkụ na-achagbu ha na. Nke na-enyere esi na. Ọkụ achagbuola ha. Ha nọkịta ha gbawa onwe ha egbo. Taa ka ha ga-agbawa onwe ha egbo gbagbuo ha. Ha Sorok dị empty. Hapụ ndị asị na ndị magomago. Ha tụọ asị. Ma ndị so ha ede ma ndị so ha nsị na ahụ. Mmụọ niile, ụmụazị niile ha gburu. Ọbara ha ga-ekwe ha zu ike. Kuta ka anyị na-ekpe n'ekpere every day, every minute. Ọkụ eluigwe na-atara ọsọ onye gbakọta ya gbawuru ibe ya. Chineke enyego anyị Biafra redio. Ọkwana ya mere ọkụ ji ata ha mana Biafra bịa ọsọ nke gbakọta ya daa n'olulu ekpesikwa ya aja. Ha ga nna siti ahụ ga-anọ. Onye ọbụla bara siti ahụ ma ọ bụrụ na ikwu a ga-anwere ya. Chineke nna anyị na-arịọ ya nchekwa, mkpuchi, ịdị mma, izu oke ya. Otu anyị niile dị pure, whiter than snow. Onye na-akpọ ya ọ na-eleghị anya ọ na-aza anyị ekpere wepụta ihe abalị ọ kachasị ụnụ nwa na-apụtara ọ dịghị izi onye nwe anyị gbaa unu ume nye unu ndụ n'elu ndụ gọzie unu gọzie ụmụ unu nye unu generation to generation n'aha Jesus.
Ise, thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Maazị George Onyibe.
Zu Anwala Pe.
Maazị George Onyibe.
Good evening.
Nwa Chineke, onye ọ ga-adịrị mma na-eke dịrị gị n'orie, dịrị gị na nkwọ, dịrị gị na mfọ. Nwa Chineke ekelele m gị. Ekelele m gị, kelekwa gị maka ọrụ ị na-arụ ọrụ ebube. Ekelele m gị, ekelele m onye ndu, ekelele m Maazị Uche Mofo nwoke ike. And my main reason of calling this evening is just to congratulate onye ndu. My dear brother, the lecture yesterday was, I was lifted from this world onto another world. This man is endowed. Onyendu is endowed. And God knows why he has endowed Onyendu Anya like this. Because we Biafrans, I share. What do you know? What do you know? Now God has given us a man who knows more than every one of us put together. The lecture was serious. It was serious, and I congratulate him for that lecture. This man, this Yoruba man now crying that we have taken all their land. Has this idiot forgotten that they've been milking oil from the southeast for how long now? Even their brothers, all of them, they have oil wells in Biafra land. Have we shouted? Any Igbo man building outside, any Biafran in short, building outside Biafra land now, they need to have their heads, tested. Because I was in Port Harcourt in 1977, and I saw the history of abandoned property, the legacy of abandoned property. How Igbo properties was just massacred, claimed, and without any remorse. So why are we still building outside? Let us come back home and develop Biafra land. Let us come back home. Let us repatriate our resources and develop Biafra. My dear brother, well done for the job you're doing. According to your miscreant, as all protocol observed. I observe all protocols, and I greet every principal officer, all of you that are working hard to make sure we go home. And for sure, we are all going home. In the name of Chukwuka Biama. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Biafrans, disassociate yourself from Nigeria. Because what we will do will get to you. Disassociate yourself from Nigeria. Because Nigeria is Asian monster that must be brought down divinely. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. My name is Stanley. I'm calling from Sweden. I have just a few things to say. I'm actually going to talk to our brothers who are working tenaciously for our freedom. We should not look at these saboteurs so much to the extent that we lose faith. I will say that God has already shown that He's by our side by bringing our leader Mazen Nandukalo, and He has exposed the darkness and the evil entity called the Zoo. So our freedom is at hand and is coming fast approaching. So, but at times when one is about to succeed, that's when the enemies or the riffraffs comes around to see that to see if they can undermine the whole effort. So I see these days that a lot of people are speaking, and even those that we didn't expect that they will speak up or speak out, so to say. And if you look at the contraction called Nigeria Zoo, a lot of bad things has been happening, and a lot of things has been happening to our people. But very, very disheartening that most of people who are our people do not seem to talk about the zoo or against the injustice that is happening to the people of Biafra. Rather, they seem to talk as if they are not seeing it or as if they are benefiting from it. So I want to tell our people, those who are really doing what should be done, let us not consider these people at this time. Because if we look at them so much, then we might lose faith and we might forget that actually what we are doing is the work of God. So let us continue doing what we are doing. And like they say, the end will justify the means. And though we will serve ourselves and serve even some of those talking nonsense today, but let us take it like a duty, like the work we have been given to do. So having said that, I want to also say that for me, as much as we want our freedom, like today, I really want us to also go more in the area of security of our land, because I see that a lot are happening these days. I will suggest that we comb our bushes as fast as possible to remove these bandits or whatever they call them out of our place. And I will also say that we should try as much as possible to cut down our business or to cut out entirely our businesses with the enemy. In the sense that they come out to our place and they claim to do one business or the other. For example, the herders bring their cows and they pretend that. Actually, if we can be reasonable enough, I think we should. It's high time we boycott the cows eating cow meat. So I don't know. It's very, very. I don't know how to put it, but I know today we, the IPOB, we are the ones everyone is looking up to, and I want to suggest that it's high time we give more interest in this area, to see that our people stop buying, to boycott the cow meat totally, so that when they now come to our place, they will see that there is no business to do, and then nobody will tell them to go back until we restore our land. So I am suggesting that you, as a Biafran, should stop buying this meat. Stop it. Even if I will also suggest that we shouldn't patronize our enemy. That is not it's not done anywhere. You don't patronize your enemy. So even the Dangote cement, all these things we should think twice right now, so that we actually do the needful. Our people shouldn't buy meat, buy cows from them. If possible, we should stop the sellers even from bringing these cows and killing our land. We have goats, we have fowl. If those ones cannot serve us, it's actually better that we stay without meat if those ones cannot serve us, instead of actually patronizing the one who is there to see that we die. Because the cows we buy actually are the same cows that destroy our farmlands. They are the same cows that they kill us in the farm and do a lot of things against us for. So we should, if we look at the politicians, I don't know, we and the politicians, I don't know who should help each other, because actually I can say that we are the one to help them now, because they are really, really handicapped. They are in a mess. They have sold themselves. So, and I know IPOB is not actually looking at them, but I'm talking about people who still think, oh yeah, we are the politicians, we have a governor, we have these people are not there for you. They are there for your pockets. For their pockets. So it's high time we start to do something to see that we boycott everything and put more effort to our struggle. We are almost at the end, because God has always showed us a lot of love and a lot of giving us a lot of direction on how to do and what to do. So, and we have been doing it, and by the grace of God, soon we will step into the promised land. So I want to say to everybody, keep on keeping on, like our deputy used to say, always say, keep on keeping on. Continue doing the needful. Your 200 or 300, I don't know how much they pay in countries actually, but what I want to say is your dues is still very important, even at a time like this. And don't look at how small it might appear, but believe you me, that small contribution you're making is the same thing that is leading us, moving us forward. So you are very, very important in what we are doing. Keep doing the needful, and God will bless you, and God will bless Biafra. All hail Biafra. Thank you, Mazi Onibe.
Thank you very much. Almost hail Biafra in the end. Our people must understand, we must separate ourselves from these people. Directly or indirectly, let the journey begin. Caller on the line. Caller on the line.
Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is David. I'm calling from Mugwete in Biafra land in Abia State.
Go ahead.
So I heard the topic you are discussing tonight. I'm speaking with Mark Meeting. Hello?
Yes, you are speaking with George Unibe. You are on air and the whole world is listening. Go ahead, please.
So I like the topic you are discussing tonight. You know, this time around is not time for us Biafrans to be sleeping, because some of us, our brothers, even in our place, when we are telling about what is about to happen, they will be taking it for granted. So these people, they are really on our neck. So the only way out for us to emerge as one family, one unit. And I pray for our leader, Martin Nandekalo, that you have come to this period of time to save some of us, because without him now, I don't know what we would have done. And Banya Namakun and Dugo Nile, Ulu Jisike, Putakan, and the Mando Hosia Mandeli, and that line, Mendezi, Ulu Putaya, Anna Zuko Nimo here, whenever I got Putak, Simon Kataka, Wutahana, so nowhere, Daga, align the money. Ulu Nani, putting her Canada, Hana, Sena, Yan, Nabasagina. So I think I talk to Janet issue go to Ganabella. I got put this in there, and you all about Sarana. I got cut her off. One of the Kinagaji, and you win Billy Abraham, because how do you know how about I knew to do? You know, I'm more now, open at Sunday Mother Gidi, Funyana Gidi, because in the blog as a tiny later, and you can only line ni but say I make people kada mage kuta American. So much only that some catching ke go again in Abane. God bless you, or even our deputy director.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yeah. Call on the line, your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, my name is Alfano. Calling from Abba. Yes.
Are you going to talk?
Yeah. I'm calling from Abba. So, we're talking in respect of sanity. Sanity, while I could have make it too much. I need to become Morana because now I need to go and there, but I ran and I got very serious. If I go make a happy that I didn't make it. I am going to be seeing the idol as politicians. I want another for us, none of their pocket. Any of the type of money I get, and I did very, very happy now. When you say, and the Carlo. Yes, we are now Bamba, the shock I decree from the zoo. So, I'm making an epilepsy to make it about you. Yeah?
Thank you very much. Yes, a caller on the line on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening, George Onibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Gaius Chigoze. I'm calling from Aba. George Onibe, thank you so much for that treating that topic about the name. This name called Niger Delta. This name called Niger Delta is the problem. Most problems that I see. Depending on our road, if you come to Aba here, all our road is like that delta they call. That dustbin place is how we're jumping every day inside Aba. Inside gutter, we're jumping everywhere every day inside Aba. There's no any road, better road. As they call us Delta, Niger Delta. Abia State also is in Niger Delta, as they say. But others are calling themselves Niger Delta. I'm not a Niger Delta. I'm a Biafra. And I will still remain Biafra. May God bless him and the Kano.
Thank you very much.
George.
We must continue.
Bye-bye.
Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Master George Onibe. I good to you, my brother. How are you?
God is faithful, man.
Yeah. I want to tell that man calling on Tinubu and Obasanjo that he should go closer to them now, and you see that Tinubu and Obasanjo are suffering from their iniquity. The blood of innocent Biafrans are already on their neck. They can't do anything now. They can't do anything. So that man will cry and cry and cry till he sees until they apologize to Biafrans. Tinubu and Obasanjo already knew that we are gone, that Biafra is out of their so-called Nigeria. That is the way it is. Do you know that when Tinubu was a governor, he dealt with Igbo traders then. He enveloped them. I think Chris Ngige has to go there and mediate between him and traders there. At the same time, the governor of Kano instigated the killing of Igbos. I don't know his name again, but Samu Egu, the governor of Ebonyi, told him in one of their meetings that he owed the governor of Kano that he is responsible for the killing of Biafrans there. He was saying that he was angry and said, how can Egu in your position say such a thing? Governor Egu told him that he's not missing word, that he is the one responsible, because this is not the time to say one thing at the back and do another in the front. That is the way it is. There's nothing Tinubu and Obasanjo can do now. They are gone. They are lamenting, and they should be prepared to apologize for us if they will die better in this their life. And now I want to join you, George Onibe, and appeal to us, Biafrans, about what you say they should stop calling you these big names. Ago and all what. It is to the glory of God. I know they are excited, but please, we should reduce it. But I know that we have archives. Because what you do, what our leader do, look at yesterday's teaching. In fact, I'm appealing and encouraging us to listen to Radio Biafra. We must learn one or two things to help us build our homes. Yesterday was fantastic. It was. Naming like you started today, the name you gave to your people or the name you answer, it has a lot to do. So I think we have learned a lot from it. Please, we are going. We are already gone. You can't go to the house of your enemy. Once you notice your enemy, all you do is to keep away from that enemy.
Disassociate from them.
You never have. I know when you are a child, when you are growing, there are places your parents will tell you. Even when you are small, please don't go here. Don't go here. I will ask enemies. As a child, if you go to that place or go to any place that somebody, and then that there used to look you with a bad eye or knock you on the head, 2 times, the 3rd time you will not enter there. How much more now see that everybody is all against, look at Yoruba against us, Hausa against us. Not by might, by killing.
Our people will share love. We are sharing love.
No,
We are
please.
sharing love.
No, please. We have to stay full. We have nothing in common with them. We are pulling. We have pulled. We don't want to mingle with them. We shall go. Everybody knows that we don't have to go to them again. That's what I know. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Well done, man. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mazi.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mazi. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwu Kikabiama, will continue to keep us moving forward for the restoration of our land. My name is Sugo, and I am calling from Enugu province this evening. Mazi, you see, the Zoological Republic will continue to experience the mayhem because this is exactly what they sow. And whatever a man sow in this life, you must repeat. We give glory to Chukwu Kikabiama, the God that laid the foundation for man to live on top of it. But a lot of people fail to realize the truth when it comes to what I just said now. Some people think that they own their life. That is the reason why they find pleasure in intimidating others. But Chukwu Kikabiama is upon residing in the highest heaven, watching every one of us here. So you will be rewarded according to your work. For those of them that continue to support evil in our land, those of them that continue to talk nonsense against what we are doing, we are telling you that you will never ever experience any good thing in your life. If you say that what IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra is doing, what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, you don't like it, it simply means you are a devil. This is a simple message to every one of you. And we are telling them that for you that is talking about Igbo presidency, you continue to clamor for restructuring. We are telling you that you are deceiving yourself. As these people continue to jump from one place to another. Before I forget, I would like all our core fighters, all the Biafran IPOB core fighters, those that Chukwu Kikabiama ordained to defend their land, to defend their fathers, their mothers' land through this platform, going on radio. Please, we have a very great opportunity in their Zoo radio, which they do not allow us 2015, 2016, 2017 to talk about Biafra. But today, we can come on that platform and say about Biafra. They are now keeping silent. That is the work of Chukwu Kikabiama. We want to continue to tell those of them that refuse to listen to Radio Biafra to display and tell them our dial in different states. Like here in Enugu province, you can get Radio Biafra 1002, 100.2. When you talk on the Zoo radio station, if you before ending of your comment, please say it, because they must repent. They must hear the voice of salvation from our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. All of them that is jumping from one radio station to another, like the one that come to Enugu, one of the station here today called Urban Radio. He continue to talk nonsense. He say restructuring, we can calm down the agitators. We can calm down the Biafran agitators by restructuring. Who told you? You are a fool. As I told him that restructuring claimed a lot of life, which he knew. So if any of them that is coming to talk all this nonsense, you are deceiving yourself. There is, before we will restructure, your entire family will be killed. Then we will know how to start with. Why are you people deceiving yourself? I'm saying, why are you people deceiving yourself? You talk about presidency, you know that you will not get. We'll continue to tell you that even 200 years to come, these people vow that you will never rule them. You will never be a leader over them.
Never allow Igbo to rule again, Naira. Never allow Igbo to rule again, Naira. And people don't understand.
They forget about all these things, continue to talk about nonsense. You want to become a president of a zoological republic. People that doesn't love you, they continue to show. Okay, imagine a whole northern cabal promising our leader, Nwachukwu Kikabiama, to be the vice president. will destroy all of them. If these people have good intention over you, you useless idiot that is looking for presidency, don't you know that Nnamdi Kanu would have been in good position for them to offer him the president of the zoo? Though we know that our leader they will go to hell with that nonsense offer. But for you to know, for you to see how wicked these people is over you, for you to know their decision, they gave our leader vice, not presidency. You are looking for something that you will not get. 400 years to come, they have vowed. These people are chasing, they are going after their great-grandfather ambition. What their great-grandfather told them is what they are doing. And it is right thing for us to remain on what our own great-grandfather chased for. And we must continue what they stop. That is the simple truth. Mazi, I thank you for this wonderful work. May this blessing of Chukwokike continue to be with every one of you. Thank you so much.
We must continue. Yes, my time is almost up. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Go ahead, please.
It's my boss. Nobody do me. You go to me. Now Chukwokike.
He said.
You go to the they can't which my phone. Nobody can say one chapter better. After Chukwokike be man gozi. Dearly, but what boy 18 yaza, what boy anything yaza. And the pastor, and they are not more those people they call themselves pastor. When some woman go leave their husband, shame not give them call their husband daddy. Respect not give them call their husband daddy for their problem. But they call ordinary carnal woman being we carry Bible because it's a bit read. Wear suit. Call himself pastor, they call him daddy. And they answer. Then they call him Igwe. He go carry jeep when they come, they go to hell him. Ordinary woman being, when no go fit stand for my front, tell me say, in they do work of God. I go lick and yash, or lick and yash come out. Waiting that they blame our brothers, we peoples, where they go Yoruba church till today. When all those Yoruba woman being don't go inside Ijebu, they go do charm, finish you, go destroy woman being, to do charm, get power to command and control. Evil command and control when they go reach anywhere. Once they do miracle for them, they begin to see money. Tomorrow they get problem, they come back for the church again. That is say, now the Yoruba, very evil brothers we will get inside among us. We be say, after the war, their mother don't get mistake with Fulani blood and Yoruba blood. Because they answer Igbo name, that they stand and see they speak Igbo. You go to say, oh, no original Igbo, no original Igbo man. We no go see, we say no go fit the see road as a spiritual. Because God don't bless us, give us that power of spiritual. We know where we make mistake. And we don't come back and now reconcile with God. God don't open our eye more. That thing where they talk about Tulumbu and Obasanjo, why they no go feel repent? They no say nothing, they no go repent in grave, they don't die finish. Waiting there, they plan now. That they plan evil with all those Yoruba, some Yoruba bad ones. When they train for after Okokomaiko, going to Cotonou side, all those villages where they there, all those bad wicked Yoruba boys. Now they plan, thinking that it will that war now will go so that they go stand up again, fight key people where they that side. That is their plan one. But I am telling Tulumbu, me na Ojuku from Anyoma, Biafra land from Ibodo. And they tell us say me I know the plan. Europe here, you go cost every wahala. Me I don't sign them. I don't born man, born woman. My father na soldier. He don't die. Me if I die to make sure say before me I die, more than 20 Yoruba go die when me go kill self. And for a year it go happen. And they preach and far side here, tell them say if they use this war, call this problem as a war, me go see Yoruba man here go chook a knife. All of us will go down. So that make they tell Tulumbu waiting in the plan, make it not plan because we wait there here too, would they plan bad against their brother where they here, or their sister where they here, or the old woman where they here. I born in Yoruba land, I grown in Yoruba land. I know say once you say day, Yoruba man go run. Yoruba not getting single power. Their charm no go feel hold me because I know secret of their charm. Need one. All those things where they plan, I know their plan complete. I call one Yoruba friend when I get to that. I get tough Yoruba women, tough Yoruba men. I call them here today. They preach for them about this Biafra. If they tell me, say, they tell us, they tell me, say, Igbo man, Igbo people na greediness. That is why they cannot rule Nigeria. I asked her one question. She not answer me till now. I asked her, Igbo man na greediness. Now Igbo make Lagos do okay. Yoruba land do okay. Igbo make Abuja side do okay. Igbo way the greediness, Igbo land, now you get oil, get gas, get what they bring money for Nigeria. And the money, they use and put a port for Lagos, use and put a seaport for Lagos, put for Abuja, Hausa side. Which one they put for Igbo land? He asked me, say, why we Igbo not use our money, put gas and put a port? I thought I say, you don't get sense. You they grow the full politician, but you don't get sense. You don't know say anything where they go bid for land, they go take license for government. And Yoruba custom will make Nigeria government not give us license to bid airport and international sea in our Biafra land. They close the one where they for now Yoruba custom when they transfer the capital from Lagos to Abuja side. And they know say if they allow we Igbo to put seaport and international airport in our land, Yoruba no go see Igbo for that side again, and Yoruba don't corrupt because Yoruba no get anything, nothing they go fit achieve. Now they thief land reach Ondo because their land they cannot produce anything because they betray God, they serve devil. By killing human being, they serve juju, not because they serve again, now devil. And that is their envy. And all those bad Yoruba will get murder, we get blood with the Fulani, let them they put for power in politician in Yoruba land. Them they confuse the masses, they let them know say Igbo not good. So that whether they plan to do Igbo batting, they go support them there to do Igbo batting. And that is the key of Tulumbu and of Obasanjo. Obasanjo will know your plan. Obasanjo will know your plan. You know about Europe. We were there here, we go fight Yoruba here, we go destroy Yoruba. Yoruba not get single power. Their charm no go work. When the time where you go set, we could destroy their charm. We know the una charm. We know how you take come. We know how they do them.
Thank you.
Nothing they there, my guy. God go bless you. They go. Chukwu Okike Biama must be with you. One on ya, one here came many. Makano quick what you wait again. Oh, when you came many. So where just you at all? I didn't want to destroy my ear.
Yeah, where we ban him on ban who he live. Where we ban him on ban who he live. Onwedeni here medeni in China. Onwedeni because number one child and Biafra on any. Onwedeni here the many. Ye kwele na chiazu to our route and our route to ezoku bondo. Onye sikobu chiazu to route you go more. Ye say mekanu mo chuku mo wago because in English kweji bibi our language. It is our language kwoku or they can say negwe sokilepe. Onya wo very much. Onya we Biafra, ndị ahụ kado no ndị akado gota no ada igota so far no snowboy emetona ndị ka sign referendum was sign to rise Biafra flag up why is ama ihe awodun west no ke mezi I face here so far anybody power. Thank you very much.
And the snowboy go the mess now for
say. And of course this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Understand, my message is simple. Disassociate from one Nigeria. Disassociate from one Nigeria. It's as simple as that. Why the Yoruba will come online and curse Igbo man? There is no Yoruba rebuking them. And you are coming to rebuke me. You are Igbo. You don't curse Yoruba. You rebuking me. Have you seen Yoruba rebuke Yoruba for cursing Igbo? Have you seen Hausa rebuke Hausa for cursing Igbo? Make we they use our tongue, they count our teeth. I sign off from here. May God be with all of us. Of course, I'm talking to Ili Biafrans. You see.
This is my message to the world. I'm